So hey all, this is Xenoxis. We are recording a tier list. Gonna start up the music. Okay. I have it set on 12 here in volume, so it should be okay for the microphone. I might need to adjust the volume here, so I have this on repeat. So yeah, I'm eventually gonna, create my own playlist and save a bunch of the black music to it, so that you can listen to more than just the crescendo at some point. If I do more tier lists, that is. So yeah, I think this music is, or this amount of volume is probably fine. And this is just because I don't want the headphones to like stop working, which it does if it doesn't get an input or something. I mean, it doesn't mess up like the actual, microphone audio, at least when you do it with the webcam and stuff like that. Like the microphone still works, the microphone still records the word, the voice or whatever. So I've done preset up here. Of course, this doesn't matter because this is just the rank that people have given the actual tier list, in its default state, which was just S, A, B, C, and D and stuff like that. And it's just people having rated it because our co-hosts haven't saved it or created it yet. So yeah, it doesn't say the character names though, however, and I don't remember all the character names, so you have to excuse me for that. Who do we rank first? We should probably rank, let's rank Gus first. So Gus is, of course, the bartender guy. He is also, quote unquote, I think that it's almost 100% at this point, or at least for me, is that he is the queen of sauce, because he has quite a lot of few recipes that he sells you, and the fact that, he runs the bar and stuff like that. There are of course other characters that when you reach certain friendship levels and you have certain heart events, they give you recipes, pretty much a lot of the characters. Like, not necessarily just because of heart events, but once you reach a certain amount of hearts, you get certain recipes from a lot of characters and stuff like that, and certain recipes are really, really good. And stuff like that, but you have to realize that this is not just like, oh, these are the characters that I like. You have to, that I'm looking at this also from a beneficial standpoint as well. And stuff there, like you might be like, oh, I don't like this character so much, but then you're like, oh, but this character gives so many benefits and stuff that, and then I just like ignoring like the benefits and stuff that. So Gus has the bar. You can get into the bar earlier than you might expect, because the thing is like, oh, everyone goes to the bar at 5 or whatever, like in the kind of towards the evening, kind of towards the, well, not really night, but towards the late part of the, like when it gets dark outside, and stuff that, or about to go dark. Depending on what, when it is, if it is during winter or if it is during like spring or whatever. But yeah, the thing is, you can go into the bar, I believe at 10 in the morning. You can go into the bar already. So normally what Gus do first is he of course leaves the bar, and then he goes into his shop. Why can't I remember his name? Yes, it's just a basic name, Pierce, yeah, Pierce. Which, is Peter in, French, kind of, so yeah. So he goes, to him, and, because he stocks up on certain things. So technically he stocks up on things he needs to, like, cook some of his food and stuff like that. Now, I think that's very good about Gas is, of course, that you can buy a lot of the things that he sells are actually pretty great gifts for quite a few villagers, actually, surprisingly, which is actually really good. Like beer is really good for both Pam and for what is Shane? Here we go, Shane. Both of them really like beer. He has salad. Salad is really good for I believe I think it's Marnie, right, that really likes salad. I think Marnie is... Wait, is it Marnie that likes salad? I think Emily really likes salad for whatever reason, and stuff like that. But yeah, there are like several characters that like things specifically from the bar, like and stuff like that. And sometimes he sells special things in the bar, like sometimes certain limited things in the bar is being sold, and those can sometimes be for way cheaper than they should be. And stuff that, like, for example, the salad restores quite a lot of energy early on, and it's really good if you're going deep into the mines, that it is worth investing in some of the food that he sells early on. Once you get deep enough into the mines though, because you can actually get very, very deep very quickly, is that you can find purple mushrooms, and purple mushrooms will basically solve your energy problems forever. The purple mushrooms are just very, very good. Like, you can find floors and you just find a shit ton of purple mushrooms, and they are really good for restoring like both health and energy. They are very, very good at that. So yeah, so Gus sells quite a lot of items that are really good. He sells a lot of good recipes, and the food items he sells are really, really good, and a lot of them make actually good gifts for all the characters. I believe also there are characters that are actually a really big fan of pizza also, which he sells. He actually sells a lot of stuff, so Gus goes into S. Fantastic, because, you know, because that just do I think so, man. So yeah, just need to check this from time to time so I can see that it's still, you know, like recording the microphone and stuff there, because this would be really weird if it's just like me like the thing is that, because there have been times when it hasn't like recorded microphone, like the microphone has shown up as working, you know, but then not end up working, you know, and that is really bad if that would happen. I'm just gonna double check into the program because yeah, so it's in this right, because there was a certain setting here where it was like not the settings here like here where this is, but you go into here. Oh no, you're going to here, right. So I've set it on this now instead of just 1440p because you can see that's available. So playing microphone, this had apparently been turned off at some point, which is really weird. Okay, so it goes, okay, it does go silently for a bit. I might, you know, of course change the song just at some point, so yeah. But yeah, so next up, who should we take next? Well, let's actually go with Günther, Mr. Rurikon himself, kinda, with hat and everything, but it's blue. So he's quite an interesting old character. He has no like friendship level. You cannot like befriend him or anything, you know. He runs the museum, of course. You can find out some interesting facts about items, you know, of course, you can donate to him. Sometimes there are certain items though that are not really worth donating right away, that it's better to sell in the beginning, because you can just donate them later on, whatever, like they're not really hard to find, like diamonds early on sell for pretty good, you know, except for on my main file, or not on my main file, but on one of my files I choose one of the advanced options that apparently makes stuff I sell for 75% instead of 100%. So yeah, I thought that would affect like what prices are in the stores, because you know when it says sale, because of the way the shops work in the game, it's like oh then it would say like buy prices, but when you say sale, it can mean like oh the stuff that the NPCs sell and stuff that, but it's the stuff you sell. So diamond, instead of being worth 750 gold, it's only like 560, 582 or something like that. So yeah, but Günther runs the museum, of course. He can give you quite a few nice black decoration awards and stuff that for most of the stuff. But there are other things he gives also. There's not just decoration. I believe there are furniture also that he gives. I forgot exactly what all of the like museum rewards are, but they all are like really, really good. They aren't the best though, although there are a lot of like lore interesting things you find out about some of the items that you can donate. So yeah, he doesn't have super many uses though, but you know, he's not an offensive character by any means, but I would say he's in good tier. I forgot if there is something like insane that he gives, and it feels like really, really bad, like not remembering. Let me just New window. Let me actually just Google here. Museum rewards Stardew. Okay, so items donated. Donate 5 items that can be donated to themselves. Minerals donated, yeah, so 11 minerals standing geode, 21 minerals singing stone, 31 obsidian vase, 41 crystal share, 50 is crystallarium. That is actually pretty insane if you try to go with that. Then artifacts. For the 2 artifacts can donate the 95 items. Oh. Wait. What are the ones that count as items? So, items donated 5 for cauliflower, for 9 cauliflower seeds, 10 for 9 melon seeds, 15 for 1 starfruit seed, 20 for a night on Echo Hill painting, 25 for Jade Hills painting, 30 for LG Futon Bear, 35 for 9 pumpkin seeds, 40 for Rare Crow 8, plus treasure trove achievement, 50 for bear statue, 60 rusty key. Gunter will deliver it next day. Rusty key is for the sewers, I think. 70 is triple shot espresso times 3, 80 is warp totem farm, which is really, really good. 90 is magic rock candy, and 95 all items star drop plus a complete collection achievement. So I'm guessing the items counts everything that you're donated to the museum or something like that. Except it's weird because I don't remember getting cauliflower seeds. I have donated like enough minerals and stuff like that, but there might be other things, you know. So yeah. The total of 2 artifacts that can be donated. So 11 artifacts including rare disc, dwarf gadget, reward burnt offering, 15 artifacts, skeleton statue, 20 artifacts, a rare cross 7, 3 artifacts including ancient drum block, ancient seed 1 plus crafting recipe, 3 artifacts including bone fruit block, 5 artifacts including chicken statue, dwarf skull, like all the dwarf skulls, dwarf's translation guide, prehistoric thing gives you slot skeleton L, and yeah, you can receive all of them. So yeah, I mean, the thing though is that the star drop is really good, magic rock candy is insanely good, triple shot espresso is insanely good as well. Crystallarium though is the one that lets you duplicate, right? Like it allows you to, like recipe source is mining level 9 for a recipe, but once you have one, like you can just duplicate it. Time to craft, and it says like it can craft their day, hours and minutes. So quartz is really quick to craft, gold per day. And if you check like, where's diamond? Diamond is, that takes 5. So it's days, hours and minutes. So it takes 5 days for a diamond. And that is gold per day is 150 gold per day. Which is weird how that is calculated. Yeah, okay, gold per day, because of course it takes 5 days. So you can see which ones gives the most. Helvat gives 129 gold per day, so which is the most gold per day? It's still diamond that counts as being highest though, even though it takes a long time to produce. Because it gives 750. Because I mean, if you have a lot of the crystallarium, then it gets really, really good. I would say, however, like star shards, so we got quite a bit. I actually really like amethyst, by the way, because amethyst sell for 100 gold and only take 22 minutes, 40 seconds, or 22 hours, 40 minutes. And that's like 22 in-game hours basically, so that's not a full day even. And stuff that. And if you take like hours to craft, and then you start going like okay, what are good things that doesn't take too long, you know? There aren't that many things below like 1 hour, like both, for example, 21 minutes, 22 minutes 40 seconds for amethyst, 21 minutes 40 seconds for 5 quartz, both of them still for 100 gold. Aquamarine stands for 180, it takes 1 hour 13, or 1 day 13 hours. Yeah, it takes, okay. Ruby is actually pretty good. This is Emerald. Emerald is 250 gold. Ruby is 250 gold, those are 2 days. So yeah. But I mean, Amethyst, the fact that Amethyst only takes 22 hours means that if you have several... But, yeah. The most profitable game to replicate is Diamond, yielding a profit of 150 gold per day. If half the as soon as it's ready 5 days. Diamonds are also either liked or loved by all villagers, making the replication diamonds, yeah. Only 7 hours is required to replicate quartz. The shortest time to find a mineral, and yeah, you can of course making refined quartz with that. Yeah, refined quartz can also be produced directly in recycling machine from broken glass. Yeah, no. There are some other interesting things, of course, you know. It's still weird though that they call that gold per day. I mean, technically it's just because you get 750 after 5 days, basically, so yeah. But can it only give 1 gem at once? I mean, it would be cool if it could actually be like giving you multiply at once could actually be pretty good. But yeah. So actually, because of this, we need to actually move him up. Like if we just take the Crystarium alone, that is really good. But of course, the fact is that you have to give him a lot of items to get the Crystarium. Like it doesn't go quick. That's the thing, right? So how? Like you could just rate him fantastic just because of the Crystarium alone, but then with the other votes. But the thing is, it takes a long time to reach the Crystarium. Let's put him at very good for now. We will see depending on where I put some of the other ones. Actually, let's take Morris, right? Is it Morris? I think it's Morris. So the Yoya Cola guy. Or, yeah, the Yoya Cola Company guy. Should I change the song? Stardew Valley. Because I hope that one of them won't be like too loud or whatever. Let's take Spring Team. Spring Team! Okay, set that on repeat. Oh yeah, this one is more quiet. Now let's bump it up just. Okay, so next up, okay, Morris. So Morris has the Yoya Cola Company. Now the thing is actually, Yoya Cola Company actually does sell stuff cheaper than Pierre, a lot of the stuff. But there are certain things that he won't sell. Like for example, when you're in summer and blueberries are sold by Pierre, he won't sell blueberries like cheap. So I mean, I'm guessing that's also because, you know, blueberries are kind of one of the most worth things during the summer. So that's why they do that, you know, and stuff that. Turn it down just a smidge. There we go. So yeah, he won't go into the fantastic, though he will go into the excellent one. I mean, you could technically do a run where you don't rely on Pierre at all, except for the backpack upgrades. I kind of wish that Yoya Cola wants to become like a member of it and stuff that they would actually sell you clothing, like specific clothing. I know that there are technically certain clothing options that can make you look more like a Yoya Cola employee and stuff that, but yeah, there are just certain things that are very, very good to buy from him specifically and stuff that, like there are certain seeds or certain things like potatoes are a lot more cheaper at his place. Like I think is it twice the cost or something like that at Pierre's? I don't think it's that insane, but it's like something like you can get a lot more potatoes for a certain amount of gold, so it is very, very good. And he has some really interesting wallpapers that also, I believe actually the wallpaper selection that he has and the floor selection is not the same as the ones Pierre has. Now both of them I believe offer the catalog, but the catalog is quite expensive at 30,000. But once 30,000 becomes easy to make, which is actually pretty early on, even during the first year you can make 30k easy. But sadly from the strawberries I sold, I didn't make that much. I mean I did make a lot, but because of the fact that I had it on 75% instead of getting 100%, that I should have gotten, like I would have easily gotten over like 10,000 if I would have had it set to its normal value, and I thought of course that I would get cheaper prices with it or whatever, but that was not the case, so yeah. Next up is Pierre. So Pierre actually does, of course a lot of his seeds and stuff are more expensive, but he also has certain seeds that the Area Cola won't sell, like the blueberries for example, and during other periods he says other stuff, and usually during quote-unquote festivals, during festivals he's generally the guy who has the store that sells the special stuff during the festivals generally, so he's the guy that you have to buy the strawberries from at the first festival, I believe, at the 8-count festival. That's when you get the strawberries. Also, he can give you the backpack, but the backpack you have to get kind of after you have gotten the strawberries. You could theoretically also get it before getting the strawberries, because it's actually pretty easy to make money early on. Like if you really want to get a lot of money, you can just focus on fishing. And actually the bad quote-unquote fishing rod, not the bamboo fishing rod, but the training fishing rod, which is really cheap by the way, limits what fish you can catch. However, that doesn't matter much, because the fish can still be of pretty good quality. But for the really cheap fish, the fish that don't sell for 75 gold, that fish can be made into sashimi, which you can get from Linus as a recipe, which is just released to cook. Although I do think that it's a bit weird that you have to upgrade your house before you can start cooking. It's a bit weird that they don't allow you to go somewhere to cook or whatever, you know, stuff. I know that there is a cooking thing that you get later on, but that requires a certain level of something before you can get the cooking thing. I forgot what it was that you needed to get up to a certain amount to get it, so yeah. But Pierre will go into the excellent one because of the backpacks. No, he will go into fantastic. It's also actually pretty easy to gift and stuff. That are some things he surprisingly likes, you know, and stuff that, like, you know, I thought, you know, like I need to mention like about daffodils. Like daffodils as a flower is really good. Like there is a surprising amount of villagers that really like daffodils and stuff that. And I mean, it's not the best gifts for everyone, but there are usually certain flowers that a lot of people like, but they're all like multiple different types of flowers, and there are usually some flowers at least that most of the characters quote-unquote like. Next up, because I'm going over kind of the ones that are really useful at first, I'm trying to do at least, you know, the ones that provide stuff. So Robin needs to be up here because Robin should cover soon. Willie also needs to be up here. The shop guy for the hunter place. This is Gil, and the guy in the wheelchair. He is technically the one that gives you the rewards though for killing the monster, because he's like, go talk to him after you have like slain monsters and stuff that, and then it's like, oh, slay 1,000 slimes, get this ring and stuff that. Now he's the guy though that sells the weapons, and you can sell weapons to him and armor and stuff that. And actually the first thing I did on one of my files, I went really deep into the mine early on, but I did not kill a lot of green slimes on the way down, so I saved that quest. So I had like a lot of weapons and lots of armor stuff in the chests, and then I eventually did go and slay all the slimes much later on, and then I had a lot of weapons and stuff to sell, and then I made like a lot of money just selling weapons and armor, because that's the thing, like you can just farm more weapon drops or more armor drops and then just, you know, sell, and it is worth quite a bit. But yeah. Next up is Robin. I mean, it's just very, very obvious. Probably top tier. Because I'm gonna have them in my order also and stuff like that. So yeah. I mean, she provides the house upgrades. Now also, if you finish the community center, I believe it also works if you finish the Yoya Cola alternative. That it works with that as well, because then she can, for a certain amount of gold, she can make like community quote-unquote upgrades, like for 300,000 I think it is gold. So you can unlock shortcuts and stuff like that. And I believe there are other community upgrades you can do as well, not just the shortcuts, but I don't know what all of the upgrades are. They're apparently pretty new and I haven't seen what the upgrades are yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Of course, if you want to have a quicker way to access the new quote-unquote island place, you want to actually do the Yoya Cola strategy, because then you will require money instead of doing the whole community center. So yeah. And Robin, of course, is really easy to gift. Just gift her hardwood, which is, you know, easy. I believe normal wood also works rather well, but yeah. But hardwood works really well as well. I believe she also actually likes if you give her like or saplings, I guess is what they call it, or basically the things that can grow like the trees, so like a maple seed for like the maple trees and stuff that like they can be a bit good to give, or like giving the acorns or whatever, or the acorns, the pine cones and stuff like that. Yeah, are they called pine cones? I forgot exactly, but yeah. Next up, we should probably cover Willis. Willis the fisherman. During the second day in the game, he comes back apparently from a fishing trip, and he gives you his rod, his bamboo rod, but you should buy the training rod right away, because the training rod is just easier to use. Because my problem is with the bamboo rod, sometimes you can get some really hard to catch fish early on, and they can be like a real struggle to actually catch, because your meter is not very good in the beginning. And the fact is that you can match, of course, square and stuff like that, but there is a certain tempo, like you shouldn't match it too much, because then it goes up too much, and certain fish are very quick, and it's better to just match the X. And there's also a rhythm you need to have, but certain fishes are just very hard to catch. But of course, if caps are really hard to catch fish, those are usually worth a lot. But he will also sell a lot of good fish dishes from time to time. He also sells, of course, the different aquariums and stuff that to have like fish in and stuff that, and that's actually pretty cool, like the fish tanks. And yeah, but sometimes he sells some really good food, because there's a lot of good fish dishes that are just insane, not only for like energy and stuff that, but just like a really good, you know, stuff that like you can just keep those food items, you know, and stuff that, you know, for a certain of the food items are really good if you're gonna fish yourself, you know, that they are really good if you're like planning on having like certain ones you can even save towards the winter. Because during the winter, foraging is king. Like also foraging with your the one that digs in the ground, because you can dig up the worms. But then of course, if you have gotten foraging high enough before winter, which you should prioritize, then you can make it so that all the stuff that you pick up, like if you pick up any fruit, you can automatically make them the highest quality. So you can get iridium quality for all the fruits and all the forageables. And so basically, so yes, even the fruits count as forageables and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's really good. But yeah, the fishing guy is very good. Does it goes into fantastic? I mean, he has more limited stuff that he sells, but fishing thing is really good. That's depend on how high you value fishing, and I actually value fishing very high. And stuff that, because the thing is, fishing in the beginning is actually one of the best ways to make money. There is also another way I like to make money, because you can get to the bottom of the like the mines. You can get to the bottom to floor 120 with just a copper pickaxe. You don't need to even go into steel, which is pretty insane. And yeah, and that makes me. We have to cover Gus next. No, not Gus, but Clint. I mean, They are both similar. Gus is actually top tier. He's actually even above all the other ones. And now, first off, his order he sells is completely bonkers the price on. I mean, but here's the thing, right? Once you have enough cash, then you can just buy the ore. Just whenever you need to upgrade something, and that can be better. And sure, you can just easily go into the mine and get a bunch of ore and stuff like that. And sure, that's normally what I do. But here's the thing, right? Selling the bars, or so much better, like selling 9 gold bars, or worth a shit ton of money. And this is even when it's reduced price. Like, yeah, I only make like 75% of what I should make for like 9 gold bars. But even then, like 9 gold bars is something like, I think it's over like 3k or something like that for 9 gold bars. And it's just pretty insane with the pricing of it and stuff like that. Like, you can just make so much money. Is it the bar team? Spring Wild Horseradish. Oh, here they have the OST. The Valley comes alive. It's a big world centering Campus Team, Cloud Country. Games of Others, Summer Nature Stand Up, Fun Festival, Flower Dance, the Startup Saloon. Okay, here we go. The Taking a Dump song. No. Toilets are fun. Sitting on the toilet is fun. No. Taking a dump. Sitting on the toilet. It is so fun. No. Toilets are fun. Sitting on the toilet is fun. Yeah, that's the best song in the game. No, trumping is fun. Sitting on the toilet is fun. No. I don't know. It's so catchy. But yeah, so Clint is really good because, of course, yes, you can process geodes, and there's a lot of different geodes throughout the game. And it seems like the geodes, like the higher geodes, of course, like the magma geodes, will give you better stuff than the early geodes, of course, obviously, because it's just found deeper into the mines, so they're gonna have a great chance, I think, on giving you good stuff. But yeah, you can sell your bars to Clint, which I think makes sense, rather than you selling it via the community shares, because I think the things that you sell in the shares, you actually sell directly to Lewis or something like that, or whatever, you know, instead of selling to the villagers themselves. But yeah, so yeah, Clint is stopped here, not only because you can sell the bars, like the mining bars too, man, they're worth a lot, like he can upgrade so many things. And there are certain things that I don't think were available at the very start of the game, like upgrading the trash can, for example. Upgrading the trash can is really good when you have a smaller inventory, because if you upgrade it to the copper trash can, then you receive some of the percentage as like gold for the items you trash. So if you trash, because in the mine, when you go into the mine, which is the default inventory space, then that's going to be too little. The first backpack upgrade should be enough for just the mines themselves. You aren't gonna pick up that many stuff in the mines unless you get super lucky and stuff like that. But yeah, so Clint is really good. Clint is also really easy to please with the stuff that he likes and stuff like that. Then we should take. I should actually just sort them a bit now. I should actually put Linus up here, and I should also put up Harvey, because Harvey is important as well. Harvey fills a certain function as well. Toilets are fun. No, taking a dump. We should put George high up here as well. So, actually, let's talk Linus first here. So Linus is interesting. He's very easy to please. He of course kind of teaches you about looting in trash cans, Like, I think that's the point of his cutscene, that he teaches you about looting the trash. Now, it is a bit odd in the game, I think, that there is no punishment for looting in the trash. There is no debuff. You would imagine, right, that yes, of course, if a villager sees you looting in the trash can, that should be detrimental. But I also think that they should, if you loot trash cans and if you gift someone, that they should make the gift worth a lot less. Because you clearly don't see your character using gloves when they're looting in trash can. And yes, while the only animation there is just lifting up the lid and trash flying out, you have to think about that you're actually digging around in a trash can. It's not just it's on the first item at the very, very top and stuff like that. So yeah. Now, of course, if there were gloves that you could wear, then that would be different. But still, there should be a stink to items that are in the trash can and stuff that. So, but Linus very early on, I forgot how many hearts it is with Linus, but he gives you the sashimi recipe, which is the course which makes it so that any fish can make sashimi. Sashimi sells for 75 gold is what sashimi sells for. One single sashimi sells for 75 gold, and you can make it from any fish. So any fish that is worth a little, you can sell for that. But of course, the food item will be worth less on my file and stuff like that. But since fishes are worth less, it should be kind of the same and stuff like that. But yeah. But that's not the only thing Linus provides. Linus is also the guy that often can save you, depending on where you quote-unquote fall asleep. But he can also quote-unquote save you out of the mine and stuff like that as well. And I forgot actually what the benefits were at the really, really high points. Because I think it's you either want to get Linus very high quickly, or you want to get Dr. Harvey. Is it called Harvey? I forgot. But the doctor guy. You either want to get him high very, very quick, or you want to get Linus high very quick, because both of them can kind of save you either when you die, or when you pass out, either from exhaustion or if you fall asleep. And the thing is, if they do save you like that, sometimes of course you lose money and stuff like that, and sometimes it's oh, I'm Linus, I saved you because someone stole from you or whatever, And then it makes sense that it's Linus himself that steals from you or whatever, and stuff like that, but yeah. So a lot of times you don't want to have a lot of gold on you, of course, if you know that you're going to pass out or, and stuff like that. But once you get high enough friendship, for example, you can, for example, die or quote-unquote pass out and not lose anything. And that is usually one of the benefits, if I remember correctly, from at least one of them. I forgot if both of them had something similar like that, but I know that if you have high enough friendship with the doctor can just save you, so to speak, without actually billing you, which is pretty huge benefit. Because the thing is, if you have a shit ton of money, then you actually lose a lot of money when you're if you pass out or if you die and stuff like that, so that is something to think about. But yeah, actually let me open up here and then so loves blueberry tart, cactus fruit, coconut, dishes, yam, chanterelle, common mushroom, daffodil, dandelion, ginger, hazelnut, holy leek, magma, roll. Okay. After reaching three hearts, Linus will send you spin mail sashimi. 4 hearts into the mountain area. He invites you into his tent where he shows you how to craft wild bait for using fishing. At 4 hearts, 7 hearts. Fish taco. Actually, fish tacos are really ask him to move on to the farm. Yeah, so that doesn't... you can get like a lot of things if you... You can get 250 plus to your friendship if you say that you respect his like thing, because you don't want him to be regular events special. So the fish taco, by the way, is very good if I remember correctly. Yeah, buff is fishing +2, buff duration is 7 minutes. Keep in mind that 7 minutes is actually not 7 minutes of in-game time. Or that's like 7 minutes, like real time. So yeah. So healing is 165 energy, 74 health. Sell price is 500 gold. And with the key seasoning, it is 297 energy, under 33 health, and 750 gold. And ingredients are tuna, tortilla, red cabbage, and mayonnaise. Which is actually pretty easy. You prepare using either a kitchen inside an upgraded farmhouse or a cookout kit. You can also run around putting Krober shops on Saturdays for 50 gold to 500 gold. In the startup saloons, rotating stock for 1000 gold, or at the traveling cart for 1500 to 2500 gold. But yeah. Or it can be used in dyeing. Yeah, I need to remember that you can like dye things and stuff, but yeah. So fish tacos are loved by Caroline and Gus, liked by a lot of characters. The only one that hates fish tacos is Emily, and dislike is Cobos and Leo. All the other characters that you can give gifts to like it or love it. So yeah, fish tacos. Pretty poggers. So yeah, so fish tacos. And the sashimi is really great, so again, since I rate fishing very high, do I rate him higher than Willy though? No. I would actually rate him below Gus, because Gus has used more food items that he can give and stuff like that, but yeah. But Linus is pretty good because of that. I mean, I should just actually keep that site just open instead, you know, because it's, you know, helps, you know. Just make it go quicker, you know. But yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna have to check up, you know, you saw, so I know. Stardew PCs. Villagers. Yeah, okay. I did get it right. So heart events. 2 hearts. Okay, that doesn't give anything. 4 hearts. Of course, then you can receive. Of course, that can give more friendship. 8 hearts. None of the options give effect on the friendship. Okay, it says nothing about the none of it is. They say nothing about any of the bonuses though. Like, I don't see anything here saying like that it's like, oh, this gives you a bonus. Coffee, pickles, super milk, truffle oil, wine. I thought that there were some sort of bonus. That is really weird that it doesn't mention like anything that it gives you. I'm pretty certain though that the friendship actually does affect if he like saves you or not. Like it affects the likeliness and also like how good. So that's interesting. So it doesn't say anything specific. So it might just be random who saves you, but I believe that the doctor can save you without taking costs sometimes if you die or if you like pass out or whatever. That sometimes they can save you without taking cost. And I think it has to do with high friendship, but it doesn't mention that anywhere, so it's very odd. Because he is an interesting character, so. But let's just pop him into good because of that. Then we have the guy who has hurt his leg, which is what is he not on the list here even? Oh, Marlon is his name, yeah, right. Because he has, of course, damaged his leg, but you can often see him during like different festivals and stuff like that, but yeah. But he of course sells you the weapons, and he's the quote-unquote owner, I'm guessing, of the Adventurers Guild. Now the old man, of course, that is their skill, which does a function, but once you get into the Adventure Guild by killing the 10 slimes, once you get the quest for it, basically, you can then go in, and of course you can buy weapons there. You don't need to buy any weapons at all, of course, and it's better to just sell like old weapons that you don't want to use. Now, certain weapons are of course worth keeping in my opinion, because there are certain weapons, quote unquote, with special effects that can be worth keeping at least early on. But yeah, but the thing is, you can also sell monster loot to him, so you can sell solar resistance and bat wings. Of course, solar essences and the dark essences, like the whatever you call them, void essences, I think, or whatever. I forgot exactly what they were called, but you can sell them to him, and you can actually make quite a lot of gold that way, you know, and stuff like that. But say by selling weapons, armor, and stuff like that to him, and stuff. And on certain floors, if you know what floors to go to in the mine when you get deep enough, there are certain floors where certain enemies can drop certain weapons and certain armor, and those things can be worth a lot of money very, very quickly. So yeah. Summer Topicala, the Adventurers Guild. I mean, Winter, I know, has several music to it, so yeah. I don't know if this is the normal one. No, this is the more common one that plays during the winter, this one. Oh, a lot of people really like the winter one. I mean, it's a very, very different song from other stuff, but yeah. But Marlon, I mean, the fact that you can buy weapons from him and boots, especially if you have quite a bit of cash. Like, sometimes you can get unlucky with the weapons you get, but usually certain chests, when you're going deeper into the mines, are kind of guaranteed to give you. And if you know certain floors, if you notice, for example, that a floor might spawn like a lot of barrels, like one of those positions where there's a ton of barrels and chests at one location that you can like break and stuff, that those can usually give you a high chance to give you like a weapon or an armor piece. And it's entirely possible to go to the bottom with just the armor and weapons that you find in the mines. But yeah, I think he's higher than Pierre, higher than Linus. I'm actually gonna rank down Linus because of the fact that yes, his fishing stuff is really good, but he doesn't provide as much. He does provide more than Gunter, in my opinion. Even though Gunter's thing is really good, it takes a long time to reach. Then we have Gil. Gil is actually... Should I rank him highest? Yes. So, let me explain about Gil. I don't know if it mentioned it's here. Because technically... So the thing is, like, you do the quest, you know, for example, you do the quests in Gillista Valley, Evolution Events, Killing Mountains, not pick it. It was placed with special rings, hats, and other valuable items when I complete monster eradication goals. So he's the guy that actually rewards you with the stuff. And the rings and the hats, and like the rings specifically, like the slime ring that you receive for killing 1,000 slime, that one makes you immune to slimes. Slime can no longer damage you insane. Like there is a lot of like rings that you can reward. Like if I check the ones that are rewards specifically, because it will say here rewards for completing the adventure bundle. Well, that's just the. But that's not that one. Rewards for eradicating one slime, prevents damage from slime and prevents the slime buff. Rewarded for eradicating 200 bats at the adventure skill vampire ring. Eradicating 200 bats. Is vampire ring. Gain a little health every time you see a monster. It's only 2 health, but it stacks up with them. A purchase price with us by basically 15,000 gold for it. So yeah, Slam Ring is actually 25,000 gold. So yeah. Savage Ring, reward for eradicating 150 Void Spirit, Shadow Shaman, Shadow Brutes at the Adventures Guild. Gain a short speed boost whenever you see a monster. Gives a 3-second speed plus 2 buff. So there's different like speed buffs in different things. Rewarded for eradicating 500 dust sprites at the Adventures Guild, and that's the Burglar Ring, which is insane. Monster add items more often. The game rolls twice on the monster drop rate table when equipped, so items have a chance to drop twice. So this works for weapons and armor as well. So that is pretty insane. Yeah, Iridium Bane fishing treasure chest. Yeah, it's pretty insane if you get an Iridium Bane lucky enough from a fishing treasure chest. But otherwise you can craft it via the combat. But you can also get Iridium Bands. It doesn't mention it here. I'm pretty certain there were another way to get Iridium Bands that they can drop, I believe. Utbox Ring. This thing was never implemented. You can like get it into the game, but it won't work, you know, which is a bit sad. Reward for eradicating 60 rock crabs is the crab shell ring. Increases defense plus 5, which is insane. So the crab shell ring also, there's a system that was later into Stardew Valley. I forgot when they added it, but there is a thing that allows you to combine the effect of 2 rings, like not just equip yourself with 2 rings, which you can normally do, but there is supposedly like rings that you can combine. That is something that you can get where you can put 2 rings in, and then those rings become a single ring or whatever, you know, and stuff that. But yeah. So Crab Shell is increased defense plus 5. That is actually worth 1,000 if you sell. Rewards for eradicating 250 serpents. And the serpents are only available, I believe, in the Skull Caverns. Like, you won't be able to get this ring from the regular mines. Slime monsters will explode, destroying objects and damaging enemies. Does not damage the player, which is good. Drop the special items in Skull Cavern or Rally by panning, which is the lucky ring. Special item in the Skull Cavern and level 100 plus of the mines. I have not seen immunity band though, so I'm guessing it can drop at 100 plus in the mine, so yes. Can we see hats here? Because they say that he gives hats. But with Monster Eradication Guide Calendar, I just not see what the awards are from that. Yeah. And then they show what enemies there are. Savage Ring, Vampire Ring, Skeletons, Skeleton Mask, Cave Insect that gives you the insect head, which is a weapon, Duggies, Hard Hat, Dust Sprites, Burglar Ring, Rock Crabs, Crabshell Ring, Mummy's Arcane Hat, Pepper Rex, Knight's Helmet, Serpents, Napalm Ring, Magma Sprites, Marlon's phone number, can call to utilize item recovery service from home. That's pretty good. And yeah, he eventually sells all the different weapons and stuff there, but yeah. Then space boots are pretty much the best boots. And those boots I got almost right away, because basically I got combat boots as my first boot stop, and then I used that until I got the space boots. I did get the genie boots, however, which they don't shop here. But yeah. I'm guessing the mummies aren't right in the mines, right? No, the mummies can only be in Skull Cavern, which is a bit sad. Hard hats you should be able to get in the mines though. But yeah. So I mean, the walls are pretty good. Burglar's Ring is pretty insane, by the way. And you can technically get a second Burglar's Ring. It can be used in dying, serving as green dice at the die pots located in Emily's and Haley's house. There are a number of items that do not have double drop chance due to where they are added. Prismatic shards and diamonds for many monsters reach the bottom of the mines. Some eggs from slimes, iridium ore and iridium bars from purple slimes. Algaesic from mutant grubs, specific up from wilderness columns, mixed seeds from me. Okay. Yeah. Wearing the burglar instead don't cost special items to drop like items twice and stuff, but yeah. After that, it can be purchased from Marlon for 20,000 gold. So yes, you can actually. The effect does not stack with 2 burglar rings equipped, yeah. So the effect doesn't stack, but for example, you can use burglar ring combined like with a luck ring or whatever, and there is a certain thing that allows you to mix stuff together. I think. I forgot exactly how it worked or whatever, but I've seen someone like put 2 rings into something and then it makes, like combines the effect or something like that, but yeah. So the reward he can give you is really good, like the rings and stuff that, but yeah. And there is something that works similar to the vampire ring, another ring which is actually is also when you kill something, but that doesn't restore health, that restores energy instead. But yeah. But the rewards are like really insanely good and stuff that, like the rewards that you receive, especially the crab shell ring, because if you get enough defense, like you can for example combine the crab shell ring with the Yoba ring, and the Yoba ring gives you the immunities. It has a chance to give immunity, and the chance is higher the lower your health get. So if you mix the 2 rings, if you mix the crab shell ring with the Yoba ring and you mix them together and make them into 1 ring, then yeah, that is very powerful. If that is how it works, whatever that's supposed to be, that's supposed to be the thing, that it's not like, oh, you just equip these 2 rings or whatever. It's supposed to be like a way to mix the 2 rings together, or maybe it's just something wrong, you know. But I saw some sort of weird interface where it was like put in 2 rings or whatever, you know, and combine, you know. But yeah. Next up we have George. Alright, now close the window again. But George of course is released to play, so you can just give him leeks. And that will be it. He doesn't like horseradish though. Horseradish is kind of more for Linus. I generally tend to give all my horseradish to Linus and stuff that. And sometimes I use it for any, but yeah. But George really like leeks, and leeks are pretty easy to find. The best thing about George, he has some really killer recipes that he gives you. I forgot exactly what the recipes were, but there's a lot of really insanely good recipes, and I believe he gives you one of the best recipes in the game. Villager. Okay, there we go. Then we go in on where are you, George? There we go. He will send the player a recipe, so fried eel is the first thing at 3 hearts. And at 7 hearts he gives you spicy eel. And if you go in on spicy eel is loved by Abigail, liked by a lot of people, disliked by Emily, Cobus, Leo and Willie, hated by Evelyn. Oh wow, she hates his favorite recipe. It's really spicy, be careful, spicy eel. So the buffs are luck +1, speed +1, 7 minutes, 115 energy, 51 health. With QI seasoning, it's 207 energy, 93 health, 262 gold. And the ingredients is only 1 eel and hot pepper. And hot pepper, of course, you can use. I think hot peppers you can actually plant. Also, kind of the peppers that you plant, if I remember correctly, are actually the hot peppers. So, yeah, so that is very good food. Luck and speed plus. And source is via cooking, but you can also have 6% chance from serpents and lava eel fish pond. So yeah, so yeah, it's very good dish. Spicy can be purchased from Desert Trade indexing for 1 ruby. It may also randomly appear in cover shop on Saturdays and start up saloon rotating stock. Yeah, okay. But yeah, spicy eel is so very good. And the regular eel recipe, if I remember correctly, the one that it gives at 3 hearts, the fried eel, it's not that bad either. It's +1 luck, 7 minutes duration, 75 energy to 3 health, and then of course with QI seasoning it's 135 energy and 60 health. It does not of course affect the luck and make it lucky more and stuff that. So yeah. So it's very nice. So it's both of those are luck food, and luck is really important in game, especially if you really like mining. I think it only affects mining, right? I mean, it can affect rarity also, I believe, from like things you forage. And I think it also can affect your fishing, like fishing treasures and stuff like that. But yeah, but I guess just overall very useful. And the fact even that he's 3 hearts, which is not hard to reach, like you can reach 3 hearts very quickly, it just makes yours very important. Yeah, I rank him above Willie actually. So yeah, next up is, who should we take next? Alright, Marnie. So Marnie is the one that sells you the quote-unquote animals. Like you don't get the animals from Robin, you know. Robin can build the buildings, but you need the animals for Marnie. And Marnie can also sell you some other things as well. And if I remember correctly, I forgot if she had special things that she gave if you have like the hot stuff. Yeah, she likes quartz. And then loves diamond, farmer's lunch, pink cake and pumpkin pie. Three hearts. Yeah, 3 hearts, that's actually 2 events that can happen. Pale broth is one of the recipes. 6 hearts. And 7 hearts gives you the rhubarb pie. Now the pale broth is, okay, that's energy and health. And that's all really that it is. But you require wait, what is it required to cook? Yeah, white algae. Okay, so you only need 2 white algae to cook that. And that says for 150 gold. And that's decent enough, and there's a lot of villagers that like it. The only ones that dislike it are Corobus, Leo, Penny and Willy, and it's liked by everyone else. Oh, you can use it to create a white key in the sewing machine. Would you rather put food in the sewing machine? Yeah, don't do that. And then, of course, at 7 hearts, you receive the rhubarb pie. And the rhubarb pie is 400 gold, 215 energy, 96 health. So that's rhubarb, wheat, and sugar. So if you plant a bunch of rhubarbs, then that's actually pretty good, unless it's affordable. No, it grows, okay. Rhubarb seed after 13 days. Rhubarb seeds can all be created from the oasis or occasionally from the traveling cart. And it says for 400. The rhubarb pipe, so pretty decent, and with Q seasoning it says for 600, so it's pretty good. It's loved by Yodi and Maru. Most of them like it. The only ones that dislike it is Harvey, Krobus, Leo and Willy, so yeah. Some rhubarb pie, pretty nice. Those are actually 2 pretty decent recipes. However, they are mostly only for energy, health, or for selling. I mean, rhubarb pie is good because there are 2 characters that love it, and the majority likes it. Yodi and Maru loves it. The interesting thing is that the regular rhubarb, if I go in it again, the regular rhubarb is actually liked by a lot of characters. It's neutral by a lot. It's disliked by Abigail, Hilly, Yas, and Vincent. But yeah, but the rhubarb pie is of course different, so yeah. So it's actually very good. Another thing is the animals are really important as well. Because the animals used, like you can for example just focus on one type of animal. Eventually you can like transition your farm into not being about crops as much anymore and just use your what do you call it, your greenhouse for crops or trees. And then you can just focus around farm animals if you want to. So you can technically make like a farm animal farm. Technically, if you want to, you can also technically make a fishing farm if you want to. Like I love like role playing like stuff like that, like being like, okay, like this character is gonna be a fisherman, like, and focus around like fishing and stuff like that instead of like planting stuff, like maybe sell the seeds you get in the beginning instead and stuff that, and then just focus on fishing and then just build the stuff that you need via the fishing and stuff that. And then same things you could do with the animals and stuff that. Maybe you just go around selling forageables at first, you know, and stuff that, and then, you know, and stuff that. And it's pretty interesting. Of course you would like focus around, but you could like, there's a lot of like role-playing potential and stuff that, but yeah. So of course the fact that, for example, you can also focus more than just on the animals, that you can focus on a specific animal. So you might want to be a pig farmer, you know, and stuff that, and you know, get the truffles. You want the truffles. Once you get, here's the thing though, truffles, if I remember correctly, does count as a forageable, because yes, you forage them from pigs. Like you cannot I don't think you could find it out in the wild. I know that the truffles can also, I think, be in the mushroom cave. I think, but it's a very, very low chance. But the thing is, if you get the thing that makes the forageables be like the highest, like automatically become like iridium quality, then I believe all of the truffles will become iridium quality via the pigs. And of course with the truffle you can also make the truffle into truffle oil, and that just increases its value by a lot, so the money needs to be high up. Actually I would rate here the highest now. And stuff that actually let me change around here a bit. I need to actually put more into excellent here. There cannot be this many that are like... Let's actually do this instead here. There we go, that looks better, because it just looks like there cannot be too many that are like fantastic and stuff that, but yeah. I think that's more fair. Yeah, there we go. Next up, now it becomes hard, because now you're trying to think about, okay, like, what do certain characters offer now? Are there like any more characters that are like offer you special quote-unquote things, you know? And I'm trying to remember what recipe certain character gives. Like, I've gotten a lot of characters to very high friendship, but it's hard to remember exactly what they give. Then it's like, okay, how good are they for the story? How good are they as a... Because there are certain ones that gives you bonuses once you like quote marry them, that there are certain things that they can give you. Sometimes they can also cook certain foods for you, and there are certain characters that can cook you very, very good stuff. And I don't remember if it shows up if you go into like... I don't remember if you could check that somewhere, you know, stuff there, but yeah. So I love sunflower like daffodil. The sunflowers you see, so you can just make a bunch of sunflowers, and yeah. Yeah, the 2 heart events I've seen the 4 hearts one. The main problem is though that it's possible to skip it. Yeah, I do remember choosing that actually on one of my characters. That gives you 30 plus friendship. Alright, that is one of the... Your player has the rabbit foot in inventory, the cutscene will consist of blah blah blah. This event will trigger 1 per save time. Enter town between 8 AM and 3 PM on a day that's not raining, but to at least 1 day later enter the farmhouse between 6:20 and 5 PM. 3. Enter Pelican Town with a chocolate cake in inventory. Once married, Haley will move into farmhouse like other marriage can. She will add her own room to the right of the bedroom. Set up a small garden behind the farmhouse where she sometimes go to take pictures. Or in the morning, Sally may offer you something sweet for breakfast: cookie, blueberry tart, pancakes, poppy seed muffin, or maple bar. On mornings when Haley stays inside the farmhouse today, she may offer you fried egg, omelette, hash brown, pancakes, and bread. Or in the night, she may offer you dinner: chowder, eggplant, parmesan, bean, hot pot, or parsnip soup. Damn. Those are actually like really good. Like pancakes, of course it's pancakes. And then maybe that's actually pretty good, you know, and stuff like that, but yeah. And then you have questions there. Oh yeah. There's one thing you need to avoid, like snoop around in your room and stopping a selfish crybaby. That is the things. And it's pretty interesting how the character looked very different in the very early versions of the game. Because you have to think about, like, the characters that you can quote-unquote slash marry in the game are like very... I haven't rated any of the other ones right. Wait, but it didn't mention it? I don't remember reading it here. Was it a special category then? Alright. On mornings when harvest days instead of farmhouse day, he might offer you complete breakfast. On rainy nights, he may offer you dinner, salmon dinner, crispy bass, fried eel, carb surprise, or vegetable medley. So yeah. So I need to remember that always, that there are characters that are like the one that are quote-unquote bachelors and bachelorettes, or you have to kind of rank them in a different way. So I mean, those food items are actually pretty decent. So move him up actually to the bottom of excellent. I need to remember that, like, because those are still like important. Like then if you like marry the character, those are the character that gives you very good stuff. Now Haley is of course very easy to get very high with stars with, especially because of her birthday being in spring, and if you give her a daffodil on the birthday, it's really good. Now of course you cannot have a sunflower at that point. I don't think there's a sunflower that can pop up in the wagon before then, like the wagon that pops up on Sundays, I think it is. But yeah, but the stuff that Haley gives you when you're married, the food is like really good food and stuff that I wouldn't even say that's enough to move her into the fantastic tier. Then we have Pam. Pam is interesting, if I remember correctly, even though she's not quote-unquote. Because Pam you can just give beer. And beer, I believe, count as the, love thing. So yeah. Parsnip also, she really likes. Parsnip soup, so yeah. So beer just works really well and stuff there, so yeah. And of course you can make them with the keg yourself and stuff that, but yeah. 3 hearts gives you the cheese cauliflower recipe. 7 hearts gives you the stuffing. 9 hearts because the community upgrade from carpenter shop start earning 9 hearts. I'm glad you're feeling hopeful, no effect on friendship, yeah. If you take your base and 3, then that gives you minus 1000 friendship. 1 hour quests. The reward is blah 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 plus friendship hearts. Pam may randomly request an item at the help wanted board outside the PLC and then store. The reward is 3 times the item's base value and 550 friendship points. The strong star special or Pam may request 12 potato use at the special orders board during spring for a reward of 3000 gold and the FIBS television channel. So those are some pretty decent enough recipes. Cheese cauliflower is actually very good early on. Yeah, 128 energy, 62 health, 300 gold. It's only cauliflower and cheese. It's loved by Maru. It's liked by everyone else. So yeah. And I mean, it's very easy to use because you can just keep on buying the beers. The main problem is, of course, the beer is a bit expensive. So beer can be sold for like 200 gold at the base price. Silver Star is 258 at 7 days. Gold Star is 300 and Iridium Star is 400. Base price, and then with the artisan profession that would be 40%. Cake processing time, so 29 hours. Okay, like 29 hours of the game's time, so yeah. And you only need wheat to put the wheat into the thing. -1 speed though, however, on the beer. Yeah, I'm available at the saloon for 400 and at the Yin also for 500, but yeah. Beer is an outside good made from cake using wheat, taking 1 to 2 days. So yeah. So yeah, beer is loved by Pam and Shane. The recipes are decent. I don't remember how good the stuffing was, but it was pretty good if I remember correctly. But yeah, so I would say her recipes are better than Linus actually. And then we have Shane, of course. Shane is, of course, the depressed alcoholic guy, which is, you know, a bit bad, but yeah. Yeah, he also likes pizza. However, the pizza I think is more expensive actually than the beer, which is actually pretty funny. Shane shares a beer with the player on the dock. Not the beer consumed during the hot event will heal up to 50 energy and 22 health. So yeah, so after that event you actually do get heal up and you get a bit of energy back, which is actually good if you have spent a bit of energy beforehand. Pepper poppers, oh yeah, they're also really good. At 3 hearts, 4 hearts, yeah, he has a lot of heart events. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 7 hearts, 2 events, 7 hearts, 3 events. 8 hearts, 10 hearts, group, 10 heart event, 14 hearts. He passes out and be like drunk at a lot of places. And 7 hearts, yeah, 7 hearts has several events. And it gives you the string bun recipe, which the string bun is really good, by the way. I think this event, each chicken that the player purchases for money, and each egg that hatches in the incubator now has a 1/4 chance of being a blue. Aside from appearance, the blue chickens are identical to white chickens. Yeah, he actually likes chickens, yeah. So if you're a chicken farmer, that's actually pretty good. So 8 hearts, I believe, is the maximum you can reach if you don't quote-unquote marry the character, so to speak. But yeah. Okay, on rainy days, Shane may offer you beer, large egg, pale ale, void egg, or pepper poppers. On days when Shane stays inside from monster day, he may offer you omelette, pepper poppers, or pizza. Pepper poppers, by the way, which is an early recipe that he gives, is loved by Mario and Shane. Liked by most of the cast, only disliked by Cobus, Leo, and Wooly. Pepper poppers are farming +2 and speed +1. So before you farm, you wanna eat pepper poppers, and yeah, they sell for 200 gold. It's hot pepper and cheese, and yeah, it's just very good. Pepper poppers is actually the fact that you get it at 3 hearts, right? Or was it 2 hearts? No, 2 hearts is the beer event, and 3 hearts is the pepper poppers. the fact that you get that so early and that just helps you so much with the farming. Because if you get higher like farming, like it gives you the 2+, I believe it gives you more XP when you farm, or it makes it go fast or something like that, or makes it like consume less energy or something like that, but yeah. So Zane is actually very, very good because of that, and the food he can give you. The fact also that he can give you a void egg is very, very good. Yeah. I actually writing about Robin actually. Now I need to think about the fact that Robin is... Yeah, Robin is not... Ow. Can let it, because that would be weird. Yeah, we should actually knock these out so that you know we have knocked these out first here, you know, and stuff there, because yeah. Should we look at Abigail next? Because I really like Abigail. Let's actually kind of know where Abigail is gonna go, but I need to double check. I know it's amethyst is the thing she loves, but all of these are pretty easy, like chocolate cake, just boom, pumpkin during autumn. Yes, you want to sell some of your pumpkins, but some of the pumpkins you can just give to her. Yeah, chocolate cake, amethyst, a purple variant of quartz, which is, yeah, it's kind of correct. But then it's pretty funny how rubies, emeralds, sapphires, all of those are actually the same stone, but it's just like a miscolored. Like it's basically like all of them are technically emeralds, I think, or all of them are like sapphires, but a different color. So technically they are all sapphires, or something like that. They are basically the same stone, but are used like a different color and stuff there. But it's just called different names because of weird reasons. But yeah, of course, 2 hearts doesn't do anything specific. Yeah, none of the things gives you a specific recipe or whatever, none of the stuff. Yeah, because I have married, or not married, but I have moved into the... Yeah, we move into the farmhouse, but she's already in the farmhouse on my character, okay. On rainy days, Abigail may offer you solar essence, batwing, void essence, amethyst, or 5 quartz. On rainy nights, she may offer you soup, parsnip soup, tomka soup, trout soup, chowder, or lobster bisque. On days when Abigail is stealing inside farmers, all days she may offer you a cherry bomb, a bomb, fried mushroom, or crab cakes. So yeah, so like the bomb is of course really insanely good if you get the bombs, because you can use supplies you with bombs over and over, and during on rainy days, on rainy nights. Yeah, so she can offer you food during the night and during the day on rainy days. Yeah, the fact that she can offer you amethyst, which is the best gift for her, is like really, really good. Because you still want to gift them, of course, even when you're at maximum heart, because hearts decay during time. Yeah, she was first with blue hair, I remember that. And her dad is, of course, confirmed to be the wizard, but yeah. Abigail may randomly request an item at the help wanted board, so the reward is 3 times the item's space value and 150 fish points. Yeah, 3 times the item's value. So sometimes, like, if they want very, very specific items, like the money board can sometimes be really huge for certain like quests like that. But yeah. But the fact that Abigail can provide you with solar essence, batwing, void essence. The funny thing is, the gifts that the wizard like are like solar essence is really high, void essence I know is high. I forgot how high batwing was, but yeah. Also the food here, lobster bisque is really good, max energy plus 50, fishing plus 3. Buff duration is also really, really long, like 60 minutes, 47 seconds, so yeah. Lobster bisque is really, really good. If she gives you that recipe, but also the tom kha soup is pretty good. Yeah, farming plus 2, max energy plus 30. Like a lot of those are like energy pluses. Parsnip snoop is not an energy plus item. Trout soup. Yeah, that's fishing plus 1. Chowder is fishing plus 1, so yeah. So a lot of those recipes are really good. Fried mushroom is attack plus 2. And crab cakes is speed plus 1 and defense plus 1. Crab cakes. And that buff is really long. So yeah, she can give you some really, really good stuff. So yeah. Because the fact that she can give you the thing that she really likes, the amethyst, is like very, very good, and like the food is really good because it's both the fact that she can give you things that makes you better at fishing, she can give you things that makes you better in combat, she can give you like bombs even that are really good in the mines and in the other place in the, you know, even though you can mostly use the slingshot, like the master slingshot and the newest arm it with the explosive thing and stuff that, which is like really, really good for like blowing up stuff. But yeah, but it's just like very, very good, the different things that she can offer and stuff that. And the fact that on rainy days she can offer you those things, and then on the night she offers you the food. And on days when she stays inside the farmhouse all day, which is basically if it's good weather, except she goes outside to play the flute, of course. Yeah, she offers cherry bomb, a bomb, fried mushroom, and crab cakes. And all of these are for combat or doing stuff in the mines. So it's just that she offers you a wide variety of things. Like all of the things are good at different stuff. So she's very, very good for if you're a combat oriented player or you really like fishing, then she's probably one of the best. So I put her. She was of course the first one I chose to. The funny thing is on the first file, of course, like the thing is the marrying is pretty expensive because it costs 50,000 to get the stuff that you need, which is not that much later on. But I almost chose Haley on my first character. But the thing was, like, I'd read a lot of hearts with a lot of the characters and stuff that, and the fact that you require 50,000 means that you can often see a lot of the different heart events, and then it can become harder to choose and stuff that. But yeah. I'm just gonna check here first. So yeah, love, amethyst, same as for the other one, aquamarine, cloth, emerald, jade, ruby, survive, burgundy, topaz, like that for dealing cards. 2 hearts is that's okay. 3 hearts, that gives you the salad, which is actually very good because the salad recipe, of course, is a very good energy recipe early on. 7 heart gives you the red plate. 8 hearts doesn't seem to give anything special. 10 hearts. Wow. Okay, provide quest to bring her 200 pieces of fiber. The course is called Errand of Your Wife. Give you a new outfit consisting of Emily's Magic Cat, Emily's Magic Boots, and Emily's Magic Shirt, and a pair of matching jean pants. Wow. So that's like a spellcaster, and that's the thing, like there is a rumors that she's actually related to the wizard somehow also, but maybe the wizard actually teached her magic and stuff that, which would explain that that's why she can, you know, because, you know, they made Abigail, like the wizard and Emily made Abigail. Even though Emily technically is Abigail's sister or whatever, you know, it's weird. But yeah, but Emily knows magic kinda because those clothes are like, I mean, it's obviously like they're called magic, and the fact that she can go into a meditation state or whatever, it's, you know, It's very interesting. But yeah, and then the Genie pants. There are of course the Genie boots also, which I should probably have kept those boots and not have sold them and stuff. That I think that I can get those boots back somehow though. But yeah. Once married, blah blah blah. Not that Emily's parrots will not be visible to anyone in multiplayer. Okay. On rainy mornings, I may offer you cloth, wool, duck feather, refined quartz, or bean hot pot. On the rainy night, you may offer you dessert that is raw, gluten-free, and sweetened only with cactus syrup, rice pudding, blueberry tart, cookie, or chocolate cake. On days when blah blah blah, stay inside the farmhouse all day. Cloth, wool, duck feather, refined quartz, bean hot pot, coffee, or an omni geode. I mean, omni geodes are really good over time because that can give you a bunch of stuff. That could be pretty good. I mean, a lot of her things are utility based. A lot of her stuff. The fact that you can offer cloth, wool, and stuff that, you know, so those are actually pretty good. Yeah, Clint has romantic interest in all the ways to shine, but yeah. Yeah, and she's friends with Sandy, of course, and Sandy has probably been cursed by some sort of spell, you know, because, yeah. So, I mean, her things gives utility, but her foods aren't that great. I would say she's better than Harvey. Probably better than George though, because George you cannot marry, you know, because the marry is a constant supply of items and stuff. That's the thing that you have to think about, that you can receive all of those different items, and it can also bring in some cash, you know, especially for example if you have enough amethyst. If you already have a shit ton of amethyst, you can use it instead and sell the amethysts, and those can be worth a lot. So yeah. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time, but the file size is probably not gonna like go to like an insane value, I don't think. Like it's 4.11 gigs so far from 1 hour 37 minutes. That's not actually too bad, which is why, you know, like, you know, counter shop, which one is that? Yeah, this one is good. Turn it down a little bit more, just let's take Leah next, because I don't know a lot about what Leah likes. Goat cheese is what she loves. Poppy muffin, yeah, salad. Yeah, salad is the one that you can give to her. Truffle works really well as well. Vegetable medley and wine. I forgot the things that she gives you. I don't remember at all. Okay, so 2 hearts doesn't do anything there. Four hearts doesn't do much. That's a chance to give for you any received sculpture she's been working on. It's called How I Feel About You /name. I think that sculpture can be a few different ways that it can look. Leah asking for what style of portrait you should paint. Hey, you name what style do you think I should do a mop for anything? Classic counterportrait, colorful part, minimalistic. Show you a painting which is different depending on which option you picked. Left to right, classic counterportrait, colorful portrait, minimalist, modern. You display your painting as well, which is less than flattering. The sequence ending, you now have my first painting in the inventory. Leah's painting will also appear in Marna's bedroom. Okay, so yeah, so that's the yeah, Yes, it's going to put them on with there. I think that the money portrait should actually be dependent on your luck, that you should be able to actually paint better, or maybe you should add paint as a profession, but yeah. Okay. On rainy mornings, she found wild mushroom hunting, chanterelle, common mushroom, red mushroom, morel. Sadly, there's no purple mushroom. If this would have been purple mushroom, that would have been insane. On mornings when they stay indoors all night, she might offer coffee, or gift grown out a little pot out of her back. Wild horseradish, daffodil, leek, dandelion, cactus fruit, fiddlehead fern, spiceberry, or sweet pea. She may also offer you a salad on days when she stays indoors all day. On New Year's Eve, winter 28, she give you a bottle of wine. Yeah, that's very good. Because wine is universally liked by everyone, and wine actually sells for a lot. Selling 400 or 560 with the artisan profession, but yeah. It takes 7 days to process it. From any fruit, you can process the wine in the keg. So yeah. Of course, with the iridium quality, that's stuck 3 times the base. Whatever it is, but yeah. So I guess that's 3 times the cost or whatever it is, so yeah. And Harvey and Leah loves the wine. It's liked by mostly everyone else. It's disliked by Yas, Leo, Penny, Sebastian, and Winsett, which don't make sense, but yeah. So those are some decent stuff that she can give. The fact that she can give you mushrooms though are pretty good. Because if I remember, both chanterelle, common mushroom, and morel are in the same recipe. Or like different stuff. Yeah, chanterelle, morel, purple mushroom, and red mushrooms are used in life elixir. Of course, like finding all of these are pretty easy actually, so that's actually pretty good. The fact that the only thing missing is the purple mushroom. I wonder if it will say that the purple mushroom can appear on those floors. We are foraging in the mine starting at level 81 with the Skull Cavern. Yeah. Healing effect. 125 energy, 56 health. Silver Star is 175 energy, 78 health. The golden one is 225 energy and 101 health, and iridium is 225 energy and 60 health. Regular purple mushroom is 250 gold, then silver is 312, gold is 275, and the iridium is 500, so yeah. So purple mushroom really nice. The funny thing, of course, is the things that certain of the swimming things that you can make are used things that are already in the game that you can use, like when you create a character and stuff there, but yeah. Oh, Wizard loves purple mushrooms, yeah. Actually getting offered mushrooms, I don't know if she's the only one that gives you mushrooms, because if that's the case, that's very, very important if she's the only one that can do that. Coffee is actually very good, even though it's just the base coffee. The other coffee is better, but that's actually pretty good. And by the time that you're married, often depending on the character, you're often going to have access to the triple espresso and stuff there, but yeah. But no, those are some decent ones. I would say that places her. Where is she? There she is. The places at the top of A, I would say. Not interested though. Wait, what is the Pelican Time music? The Pelican Time music is pretty good. Next, let's do Let's do Penny next, because Penny is not one character that I usually interact with that much. Diamond, Emerald, Melon, Poppy, Poppy Seed Muffin, Red Plate, Roots Platter, Sandfish, and Tom Cow Soup. So think about this, right? Like, yeah, you can, like, some of the characters that you choose as your quote-unquote marriage partner can of course give you good stuff that are good presents for other ones. Like, for example, the one that gave the Tom Cow Soup, which Tom Cow Soup was I think they should mention here the character that can give you it and stuff that, you know. I think that should be mentioned here, like they don't mention it here, you know, like, oh, blah blah blah, they mention that, but they don't mention like, oh, this character when they're married can give it, you know. I think that should be included here, so you don't have to like go and like look that up, you know, and stuff there, but yeah. Yeah, no recipe there. I'm looking at most for recipes, so if it says that, it gives you something specific, you know. What 6 hearts, regardless of choice you must do towards a move together, and your energy is increased by 165. Is that like a permanent energy upgrade, or is that like a just like gives you 165 energy back? Because it says like your energy is increased by 165, so. Oh wow. At 14 hearts, Penny says she would like to decorate the bedroom with her handmade decor. Says what style you prefer: forest and moon, peaceful blue, strawberry home, pirate theme. Yeah, wow, so you can get like specific custom like bedrooms. And stuff. That's actually very interesting. Yeah, that's cool. That's actually a pretty big bonus in my opinion, that you can get like a custom like bedroom chosen, you know. On rain mornings, Penny may offer you large milk, egg, mixed seeds, or a yod. Mornings when Penny stays in sunrise, she may offer you omelette, hash browns, or pancakes. Those are a bit similar to some other stuff that Haley can give you. On rainy nights, she may offer you dinner, salmon dinner, crispy bass, fried eel, cob, surprise vegetable medley. So she offers you some other fishes that certain other characters do, and a vegetable medley, and omelettes and stuff that. Rainy mornings are not super good, although the large milk, you can use the milks to make the cheese, right? If I remember correctly. The eggs as well can be used to make things. So I mean, those are more like for cooking, like some other things that she gives you, you can of course cook with, so that's actually pretty interesting. The gifts, I never knew that the gifts are actually that easy, to be honest. Because diamonds, emeralds, melons are really easy. Poppy can also be easy if you just make it, and she likes like dandelions and leeks, so. So that's actually pretty good. I mean, the things she can give is not really the best, but it's just that a lot of them can be used just for making the recipes and stuff that. Like for making food yourself. And some of those, of course, he doesn't have as many things there as Haley has, but some of the crispy bass, fried eel, cob, surprise vegetable medleys are pretty good. So she has a little bit of everything there, but it's not near the other ones that have more like specific ones that are really, really good. Is she better than Leah though? Probably not. She's better than Emily though. Let's put her here for now. Just above Emily, just for now. Actually, let's slightly buff up that. Okay, and next. Samaru is the only one left of the females there. Maru is interesting if I remember correctly because of the fact that she's pretty smart. Battery pack, of course, love cauliflower, cheese cauliflower, diamond, gold bar, iridium bar, minus sweet pepper poppers, radioactive bar. Radioactive bar is of course cost one of the new bulbs to be introduced. I don't know if the radioactive bar can make like weapons or anything. Crafting, heavy tapper, and hopper. Wow, sale price 3,000 gold. Blacksmith, then it's 4,500 gold, yeah. Because I'm probably gonna be choosing blacksmithing. Why can't you craft weapons with those yet? I wonder if that's gonna be added. I definitely want to craft radioactive weapons or radioactive like armor. Like maybe you could have like armor that could like drain health and stuff like that. Like of course it would drain health slowly, it wouldn't like drain super quickly, but it's just like really powerful like weapons and stuff like that. And like the more radioactive you have, like the more of course it's, you know, and maybe there could be like certain things that could counter the radioactiveness, like you could wear like certain rings or certain armor, you know, and then you know. Yeah. Like copper bar, iron bar, oak resin, pine tar, quartz, radioactive ore. None of that gives something. It doesn't give anything there. Because I'm trying to read extra much there if it gives you something specific. I mean, I care about the like the thing also. Like this is not like a oh, I only care about the items they give. No, I care about the character story also as well. You know, but you know and stuff that. But you know, like going into individual, like if I would go into like all of the stories, then it would like take forever. You know, to do the list. You know, so it doesn't seem like she give any specific like roles at the different ones. You know, like none of the things seem to give anything specific. On rainy mornings, gifts made in the workshop, warp totem, farm, quality fertilizer, refined quartz, a gate, or a bomb with gate. Do they used to mean like a, okay, that type of gate, okay. I mean, that's good if you're making, that's actually very good if you're making, warp totem farm is of course really good if you're very, very far away from the farm. On rainy nights, he may offer you dessert, rice pudding, blueberry tart, cookies, or chocolate cake. She may offer you, indoor all day, cherry bomb or bomb, just like Abigail, fried mushroom cupcakes. Both of those are very good. Things she found in her scrap pile. Okay, this is actually very good. Actually, the fact that she can offer you warp totems, that actually makes her better than Abigail. Quality fertilizer is also very, very good. Or a bomb. So she can offer you a bomb twice. On rainy mornings, okay. But on days, blah blah blah, she offers. But can't that overlap? Cannot it not be like, okay, rainy mornings, right? And days when she stay indoor all days. She might actually do that when it rains. Like stay indoor all day. And then that might be like on days that can like come later then as a gift. So then, if you're really lucky, you could like double bombs. and that will be pretty good. But yeah, the Warp Totem farm is of course worth quite a bit. Anomaly for the cheat at level 8, hardwood 1, honey 1, and fiber 20. Yeah. So, Warp Totem is pretty good. I mean, there is like a lot of ways to get them, you know. And you do consume them right when you use them. But yeah, that's actually some very good stuff that she can give. Those are some very good stuff actually. And use the Warp Totem immediately puts up very high. And the fact that she can also give bombs and like quality fertilizer. But is that the best fertilizer? No, it's not. I think there are better ones than that. Quality fertilizer only affects the basic harvest, which means that extra crops gained at harvest, but its progress cambers will be of regular quality. Okay. Farming level 9 though. For the recipe, so it's actually very good. Damn. And I mean like the dessert here are pretty good as well. So yeah. And it's really hard because the fact that she can give you amethysts, which are really good, and some of her recipes are a bit better, like the recipes are pretty similar, but the Warp Totem is just worth so much. The Warp Totem, but I mean, like she can give you the buffs that you can receive. Some of the buffs that you can receive from her food is not the same as she can give, right? Fried mushroom, no, that's the attack food, that's the same. Crab cakes, is that also attack? No, those are the same. Speed plus defense. Okay, what does rice pudding do? Rice pudding is no buff. I'm checking if any of these is buff here. Blueberry tart, no buff. Cookies, no buff. Chocolate cake, no buff. Okay, so the thing is, the difference, she has good stuff for, she has bombs, just like Abigail. She has fighting food. But she does not have fishing. She does not have the fishing things that Abigail has. Abigail still can give you the fishing items, which are good, and she can give you the amethysts, which she herself really likes. And amethyst can also be gifted to other characters, like Emily. And other characters as well, so yeah. So Morris will be below Abigail because of that. Why is it showing that as fantastic? Fantastic. I never like fix, you know, if I spell wrong or whatever, you know. I know that there are people out there that get like cheap programs on their PC or whatever that can just make them like, oh, what is that word that I could replace this to sound smart, you know, and then they're not smart, but they think they are smart. And that's what a lot of communists like to use, so that they sound smart even when they're not smart, when they're like super dumb. Okay, this still because I mean, some certain characters are just gonna go very fast, especially characters that don't have a lot of like super much interaction, you know. But yeah, so he likes complete breakfast and salmon dinner, and like all universal likes all eggs except void eggs. Complete breakfast, fried egg, milk, hash browns, and pancakes. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. 2 hearts doesn't give anything special. On rainy nights, dinner, survival burger, dish of the sea, fried eel, crispy bass, baked fish. On his when he stays inside the farmer's all day, he make you breakfast, omelette, hash browns, or pancakes. So wow, there are only like 2 states. So either then one when he stays inside the house, and then on rainy nights. So on like rainy mornings, he doesn't offer you anything. But I'm guessing he stays inside all day if it rains, so he will give you the omelette, hash brown, pancakes, always on there. Dish of the Sea is really good if I remember correctly. Yeah, fishing +3 is Dish of the Sea. It's fishing +3. Survival burger is, yeah, foraging +3, which is really good. Fried eel is the luck +1. Crispy bass is magnetism +64, which is of course drags in items, which is good, and that can be combined with like magnet rings and stuff. And iridium band, which has the magnet ring effect, or baked fish, which is just energy and health. That's not specific. Omelette is also used energy and health. Hash browns, that is farming +1 stone hash browns. And pancakes are foraging +2. So yeah, so those are like Haley can give those as well. So yeah. Actually, it's pretty interesting the fact that he can give you both foraging plus, like really high foraging plus, really high fishing plus with the Dish of the Sea, and then the fried eel for the luck. And those are actually very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Those are actually surprisingly good. But of course, he is a bit harder to gift, really, because of the stuff that he likes. That you need to be good at making like food and stuff like that, unless you happen to be able to buy those foods. Like complete packers or somebody, and it's very rare that you're gonna be able to make these. But apparently the list of of universal likes: all artisan goods, all cooking, all flowers, all foods, minerals, all fruits, all games, all vegetable. And then there are universal loves like golden pumpkin, magic rock candy, pearl, prismatic solid rabbit's foot. Which is why a lot of people use the whole golden pumpkin trick that you can do. So yeah. All eggs. So like if you have chicken farms, yeah, he loves chicken, so it might be just worth going the like route on him instead of going the love route. But yeah, those are some actually very, very good stuff that he can give. The fact that he can give you very good stuff for fishing, very good stuff for foraging, pretty decent stuff for farming, so. But it's of course hard to max out his hearts on, so. I will actually rank him above Haley. But I should actually move up Haley actually. Something like that, because Shane should definitely probably not be above. Even though I said that Shane had some really good stuff as well. Let's just put it like that then. I'm putting it down to very good there because I don't want to like overbloat and stuff that. Move down. Because I still haven't put anyone into good yet. Let's just do that instead so we can have someone into good as well. Yeah. That looks good. There's nothing I've given into average yet because no one has been that. Yet. I want to check from time to time here though. Oh yeah, slap. 6.33 gigs, so yeah, it doesn't take up a lot of space yet. So we have Elliot left, we have Sam left, we have Sebastian left. Sebastian next. And he loves frozen tear, obsidian, pumpkin soup, sashimi, which is of course easy to make if you befriend Linus. Void egg likes flounder and quartz, and all universal likes except flowers. Complete breakfast, farmer's lunch, omelette, and outside goods other than coffee, green tea, and all that. 2 hearts is nothing special, I think. Nope. 4 hearts. Solarian Chronicles, the game with him and Sam, you play to a scenario. Yeah, so you can choose what part you think to be, so. The class don't affect friendship, and you can actually perfectly go with any class, go to the front or choose to fight the skeleton and raise your shield. Go to the left hallway, drawn with the green light, destroy capture during the final battle, warrior, defend your friends. While you stay smoldering and incantation, you'll be able to attack the boss and the scenarios. And then it's different for healing wizard. Nothing special here, it seems. Okay, you permanently get a terrarium with 2 frogs inside of it, okay. One does stay inside the farmhouse all day on mornings, offer coffee. On rainy days he may offer you gifts you found in the caves, obsidian. Void essence, batwing, frozen tear, amethyst or cave carrot. On New Year's Eve he gives you beer. Okay. Actually obsidian is... yeah. Obsidian, the source of that is from magma geodes and omni geodes. And that's the only way to get it. The sell price is only 200 gold, however, and 260. It is weird though that there is no, like, you cannot craft like obsidian like sword or like obsidian like, you know, like craft weapons with it, or, you know, make obsidian bars. But it's a bit odd in my opinion, you know. So yeah. But yeah, the things that he gives is not the best. Of course, Void Essence, I know at least is a good gift for the wizard. The wizard also likes obsidian. So I mean, it's pretty good. Sebastian is a pretty good choice if you want to focus around the wizard route. But Abigail works a lot good with that as well. So yeah. But the stuff he offers aren't super great, but some of those things are pretty unique. Cave carrots are really good though, however, if he happens to give you cave carrots, because cave carrots early on in the caves, I mean, it's only 30 energy and 13 health, but yeah. The dwarf, however, likes cave carrots, so. And it's used for miners treat, it's used for roots platter, it's used for stir frying, it's used for survival burger, so that's very important with the cave carrots. So that makes him not completely horrible. And the fact that he can give you obsidian is pretty good. Although I wish they quote-unquote did something with obsidian, you know, and stuff like that. But you know, coffee is decent. And stuff like that, so... So yeah, that doesn't even put him in good, actually. That just puts him at average. Because even the thing that Linus provides are all better, you know, and stuff that, like, the stuff is just pretty bad. Like, storyline wise, you know, his story is very interesting and stuff that, but it's just like other characters can provide better stuff, you know, and even though the story is good, like, yeah, he's definitely more average. I should actually buff him up, even though it takes a long time to get there. So the Gemarium, or the thing that you call that, you know, the thing, because it's good. Okay, only one character. No, You have some left and we have a little left now. So let's do some next. Cactus soup, maple bar, pizza, tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is actually not super uncommon, and pizza are actually pretty good. You can also cook it yourself with wheat flour, tomato and cheese. And he also likes Yoya Cola, so if you want to go a cheaper route, you can just buy me Yoya Cola or just find it as in trash. That gives nothing. That gives nothing. That gives nothing. That gives nothing. Wow. He gives Sam boombox so the player can listen to the song anytime because he creates like custom song. He sets up a half pipe. On rainy days, gift he found rolling around in the back of the drawer. Cactus fruit, coconut, örtkrustar och geord. On rainy nights he might offer you a pizza. On his something stays, he might offer you instant pancakes. Explaining that he never learned to cook. Okay, so offering pizza and pancakes are pretty good, even though it's not a lot of... Here's the thing, right? Where the characters that only offers you one thing can't just give you that thing, right? And sometimes that can be bad, but sometimes it can be good if it's just one thing, right? Because pancakes, as established, is foraging +2, and that lasts for 11 minutes, 11 seconds, which is very good. And then if you go into... the pizza is of course just 150 MSG and 67 health. It sells for 300 gold though. And with the QIC thing you can make it worth 450 and stuff that. And of course you can get the recipe at Drop Saloon for 150 gold, so yeah. So yeah, that's pretty decent. Now cactus, fruit and coconut are of course used in certain specific recipes. Coconut is needed in tomka soup, tropical curry and mango sticky rice. And for capping warp totem desert. And also for building coconuts are used to construct desert obelisk processed from the wizard tower. Warps you to the desert. Because the desert obelisk is of course a permanent building that you can use touch to warp. Instead of using the warp totem, so that's... So, like those buildings, like the obelisks, are better. So receiving that is very good, and coconuts are actually loved by Haley and Linus. So that's pretty important. Cactus fruit, if I remember correctly, is... Yeah, healing effect, so it gives a lot of energy, not heals for a lot. You can of course make that into wine. The wine is actually pretty decent. You can also make it into jam. Seemingly. And Linus loves it, Pam loves it, and Sam loves it. Cactus fruit is not used in any recipes, but it is used in the desert obelisks. Obelisks. So many obelisks. But that's actually very good, the fact that coconut and cactus fruit are both used in that recipe. Actually, let me check that. That requires Iridium Boss 20, 1 million gold, and 10 coconuts, 10 cactus fruits. And you also need 1 coconut in Warp Totem Desert along with Iridium Ore 4 and Hardwood 2. So yeah. Recipe source Desert Trade for 10 Iridium Bars. You just request a coconut by mail on 19th of winter, year 2. The reward is 600 gold and 1 friendship hearts. 3 coconuts might be requested by sandfish or scorpion carp in a fish pond quest to increase the capacity of the pond from 3 to 5. So yeah, those are actually some pretty decent things you can give. It doesn't give you that many things. So your chance to, for example, the fact that okay, there are 4 items on rainy days. So the chance of receiving cactus, fruit, and coconut. So there's 25% for either cactus, fruit, coconut, earth crystal, or eel because there's 4. So it's 25% chance. On rainy days, he always offers you pizza, and on other days, when he stays inside all days, he gives you pancakes. So, and often he can give you like twice during certain days. Like when they say, for example, like on rainy days, he can give you these, and then on days he stays inside all days, pancakes. On rainy days, he offers you pizza. So pizza is only on the night during rainy days. But when it says, for example, days when someone stays farm, he may offer you instant pancakes. So that means that he can offer you pancakes in the morning and pancakes during the nights. Because they often give you twice per day, basically. But yeah, those are actually some pretty decent stuff. The fact that he can give you coconut and cactus fruit is actually very good. Because of the fact that they can be used in that recipes, and you need quite a lot of cocos fruit and coconuts. So that, and he can offer you the pizza, which again is very good. Because it's 150 energy, also 67 health. Even though pizzas are not super hard to make, it's still very good. So, and it's not that hard to get up to like, he like cactus fruit himself, he likes pizza and tiger's eye. And Joya Cola works really well as well, and Joya Cola is cheap, so. So I would say that because like coconut, and I don't know how rare coconut is. I mean, once you get into the desert, it's probably easy to get, but before you can go to the desert, that seems like it's gonna be very good. I mean, I cannot go too insane though where I put him though. He's behind them in utility, but it's probably, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna take a quick piss, a bit quick, and then we're gonna have to, I'm gonna just pull down this here. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick piss, and then I'll be right back, and we're gonna finish it up. I'm gonna do the other ones a lot faster now, because I'm not gonna look into certain of the other characters, like what they like or what they can quote-unquote offer and stuff there, because, you know, I don't want to spend like too long with this video, or we might, you know, stop it, and then I save the list now, and then we do another part later on and stuff that, you know, because that would seem like it would be better. Like, I'm just gonna cover one more character after this, and then maybe we should just do like a part 2 at some point, you know, stuff that then I could like save and download the list so I remember where I put the characters and stuff that, and then we can, you know, just, you know, redo it, you know, at some point, you know, so yeah. But I'm just gonna go and take a piece, and then I'll be right back, and we finish up the first part. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we're gonna just finish up one more characters now. Alright, the music was just starting there. Okay, this one is pretty good as well. Okay, so Elliot is the final one then. Do we need to cover... because then all the other ones are not quote-unquote characters that you can marry or whatever after that. Yeah. Then we have covered each and every single one of them. And of course there are the non-married candidates, you know. And non-giftable NPCs. I should maybe also used to do the non-giftable like NPCs, you know, because those you can do pretty quickly. So that will be Birdie, Bouncer, Governor is left, Grandpa is left, Henchman is left, Mr. Key is left, and Professor Snail is left. But there are certain ones that I know that I have not interacted with yet, I don't think. Like I haven't been to that island place yet, so... yeah, so let's see here. Love, Cupcakes, Duck Feather, Lobster, Pomegranate, Squid Ink, Tomcat Soup, like Octopus Squid. Okay, so those can be pretty tricky unless you have ducks, of course. Or crab pots. Okay. The beverage consumed during the hot events will heat up 50 energy and 22 health. Okay. The mystery novel, the romance novel, the sci-fi novel. On rainy mornings and mornings when blah blah of coffee, on rainy nights he may offer you dinner, baked fish, fried calamari, chowder, fish stew, on New Year's Eve wine. Okay. So those are pretty decent. Fried calamaris, nothing special. The other ones of course were, some of those were baked fish was, it was just energy and health. Chowder is the fishing +1. Fish to fishing +3. So he offers you some good fishing stuff. Wine is of course really good because he's one of the few characters that give you wine. There was another one that gave you wine as well. And otherwise it's coffee, so not super good. I mean, yes, the fishing thing is pretty good, but fishing thing is also... Abigail offers a really good fishing thing, so better than quite a lot though. I would say he's probably top of very good because of the fact that yes, he offers you wine and the wine is very good. Because if I remember correctly, the wine, you can put the wine back into something to age it further. Like once you bottle up the wine, like normally the wine can of course be aged further, and I don't remember if you put the wine in again or if you just leave the wine in longer to age it further. I kind of forgot exactly how it worked, but yeah. Then we should take the ones that are just very quick to do. The ones that are like non-giftable. Actually, let me add one more rank here. Add a row below. No. Yeah, we have to do the new one here. And this is like have A, B, C, D, E. I do count. I guess A, B, C, D, E, F. No, it's actually, it goes into this letter next. You know, in the bathroom. No, but it's just like have not encountered, have not encountered slash don't remember. Like I don't remember if I met them, or basically because I haven't played my main file in like really forever, so there are a few I recognize. I do recognize the bouncer, I do recognize the governor, of course, obviously. I do recognize, like, even though I technically haven't met Grandpa, you can see him earlier than the second year when it comes to rate and stuff that. But I don't remember, what does it say? It's on a hut on Ginger Island, so you need to go to Ginger Island, so yeah, so otherwise you cannot meet her, so okay, that's okay. So we can put her opponent to not have an encounter bouncer on pedestal now encounter that's in the Oasis, right? Yeah. Och tillbaka kan behövas the mysterious key. If the player tries to get past using sword Facebook, okay. To be prevent from meeting a casino and bounce will drop a mega bomb while explaining now, man, you little punk. Interesting. So the bouncer doesn't do much. You know, the bouncer looks cool. You know. I'm gonna put him in bottom of good though, because he still looks cool. You know. Sometimes you don't need to say much to have a personality, you know. The fact that he works for Q for the key or Q guy makes him interesting. Then we have Professor Snail. Where is Professor Snail from? It's on Ginger Island, okay. So Professor Snail can go immediately into have not met. Because I'm not gone to the island yet. Of course I can make an update like once I go to the island and I meet the other NPCs. So yeah, Mr. Key. I don't remember if I met that on the main character. I'm pretty certain I have done his quest. But the quest isn't the quest for like later on, where you need to find certain things before you can. I'm pretty certain that I have encountered Key, but consider how what I've gotten on my main things here. He's of course supposed to be like really powerful and stuff there, but yeah. He's actually pretty interesting of a character. Oh, it went into the other one immediately. Okay, okay, let's go back to the one we started with here. Poggers, Cog, and Poggers, and Coggers, and Pog. Let's put him at the bottom of excellent here for now. Professor Snail I did put already there, okay. Henchman, which is inside Witch Swamp. What exactly is the Witch Swamp? Dark Talisman quest. Going from a house. Railroad cuts enough to complete the community center your warehouse tasks. Okay, so that's why I have not seen that. So that means that I cannot have encountered the henchman yet. So I've not encountered henchmen yet, so that's gonna be pretty easy then. Gunther, of course, Grandpa. You didn't encounter him earlier. Grandpa Revelation is directly related to the more candles lit up around Grandpa shines down 4 candles at the beginning of year to this determined by plant-based system. On varje semester Revelation first 2 years då total 21 available points. Total earning points earned, cumulative points earned. The blade can be re-evaluated any time by placing a diamond into Grandpa Shine. Because that means that you can extend it. You don't know much about Grandpa though, but you know he kind of, got fucked over on his farm. The question is, was it like he assassinated by something, and stuff like that, but yeah. He's below Linus. Slightly below. It looks very, very similar a bit in the looks a bit, which is a bit mysterious, Anyway, then the governor, I remember, he visits a lot of times. The governor is also referenced in the Lobster Bisque episode of Queen Sauce and can appear in the movie theater lobby. He tends to do anyway and tastes like food. He of course dresses really nice as well, like the purple suit and stuff that. And honestly, he seems like he's nicer than Lewis, which is a big point. I say it's the top of good. Actually, let's just finish the list while we're on to this. The file is not gonna get insanely huge anyway. I mean, it's only now 7.63 gigs, so it might get like maybe 8 or 9 gigs to upload, and it's not gonna take that long. So was there anyone left here now? Kill we have covered, Bounce and we covered Bird, so that's all of them. So Dwarf, Krobus, Wizard, actually I'm pretty certain I have not encountered Leo. I know that I have encountered her. So the dwarf dude. The dwarf dude, you gain friendship with him? I forgot. No, he loves amethyst, aquamarine, emerald, jade, lemon stone, omnigeode, ruby, and topaz. After earning 50 friendship points with dwarf, enter the series of Stardock must have been progress from Krobus. And the dwarf can also sell a bunch of things. Life elixir, olive garlic, cherry bomb, mega bomb, -3 to record 6, stone cairn, and blueprints for crafting weathered floor. yeah, -2 for 1,000 is not that bad. And of course you can get mega bombs, but regular bombs can do well enough for only 600 gold per piece. It's actually pretty good. And he does have a birthday, by the way, so yeah. Of course you can understand what he says, you know, once you get the translation thing, but yeah. The draft is actually pretty good. He sells some really, really nice items, actually. Yeah. And then we go with Krobus. So Krobus is, yeah. He has a fixed stock and Krobus open all the hours every day except festival days. Oh yeah, obtains was the key. Void Egg. Unlimited. Void Essence sells 10 of those. Sell 10 Soul Essence. Sign of the Vessel. Unlimited Decorative Piece for your farm monster. 5 plays can be placed inside your house. Star Drop. 1 until purchased. 20,000. Crystal Floor Recipe, which looks nice with a statue. Return Scepter and the golden handle quiver suit or potential hold the scepter to the scanner and return home at will. So that returns you directly to your house. Best gifts are Diamond Iridium Bar, Pumpkin Void Egg, Void Mayonnaise and Wild Horseradish. Rotating stock, so this also becomes available. And the thing is that you can encounter him before you have encountered Iridium, and then you can get Iridium sprinklers from him, which is like really, really good for only 10,000. So yeah, so it is actually possible to get Iridium sprinklers from him before you even have Iridium like gear yourself, which is actually very, very good. And also like a rotating, so that on Mondays there are slimes, on Tuesday there are Omni-Oreos, fish or magnet. What the fuck is a magnet? Increase the chance of finding treasures while fishing. Yeah. And that's normally one iron bar produces 2 magnets per craft, fishing level 9. So yeah. And the fact also that he can list of dishes expand. So cooking dishes is on Saturdays. Wow, so okay, so there's a lot of food he can ask. 50 gold to 500 gold. Autumn's Bounty, cranberry sauce, glazed yams, pink cake, spaghetti, baked fish, crispy bass, hash browns, pizza, spicy eel, bean hot pot, dish or sea, ice cream, pumpkin soup, sting bun. I think all of these are actually stuff that your partner can give you. So he's taking a key better than that. But can't you marry him? I know that he can move inside the house. He gives the player a star drop. Also, he can give you a star drop. Wait, so can he give you several star drops then? This on, okay. I thought in hard save give the player a star drop. Okay. On rainy morning, Krobus might give you sea urchin, string bun, void egg, void mayonnaise or void salmon. On non-rainy day, Friday, lucky lunch, poppy muffin or string bun. Dark sign. So I mean the shop stuff is really good, like the cooked dishes that he can offer on Saturdays are really good. And yes, sure he won't give you the dish for free, that you need to buy the dish, but none of the dishes are super expensive. Bread has a 3.9 chance to appear, the other items have a 2% chance to appear. The price for each is random, but it's between 50 and 500 gold, so... Yeah, that's actually he's very, very useful because of the stuff he gives. Krobus actually needs to be very, very high. I say that he's better than all the ones that you can marry because of the fact that he can give you a lot of recipes. And sure, you know, you're not always guaranteed the recipe that you need, but there's a lot of good buff foods that you can get that you can use store up in the chests from getting from him and stuff like that, so yeah. Wizard is next. Yellow, purple, mushroom, solar essence, super cube, camel, void essence. I like quartz. Yeah, 4 hearts, play gains, access to basement or restart where they can see the character appearance at the Shrine Evolutions for 500 gold. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing other special now. Of course, changing your appearance is pretty good, but that's pretty much all it is. And his friends is Linus, of course. Gifts on his birthday will have 8 times effect and show unique dialogue. So yeah, I mean it depends on how much you value the Shrine Evolutions, to be honest. Which I mean is a decent thing to be able to change how your character looks. But you can of course make clothes instead of like changing your hairstyle and stuff that up. But I wonder if when you change your character via that, if you can just change whatever clothes you're wearing as well. Because that would make the tailoring that Emily provides be less worth it. Yeah, so above her. Okay. Then we go with Mayor Lewis next. So he loves autumn bounty, glazed yams, green tea, hot peppers, and vegetable medis, and likes blueberry, cactus fruit, and coconut. So blueberries might be worth keeping a few of for that purpose. And there are 3 heart event, a 6 heart, and 7 heart event. 3 hearts, he gives you the spaghetti recipe, which is good. Nothing special there. 7 hearts is eggplant parmesan. The spaghetti is pretty good if I remember correctly, yeah. 75 energy, 30 health, not the best really, but Robin loves spaghetti and liked by mostly everyone. Only disliked by Krobus, Leo, and Willie. Sauce stained shirt. Spaghettios. And how good is eggplant parmesan? Eggplant parmesan is mining +1 and defense +3. That's actually pretty good because that's one of the few that give mining plus. And that's only eggplant and tomatoes. Oh yeah, and eggplant parmesan are randomly paying Krobus shop, so. Okay, it is repeating. It's pretty funny if instead players choose to place the shots in the ground display during fall, may lose, will instead be upset, calling it a sick joke and pay the player off for 75th start. So here's the thing, right? Normally if you win, you receive 1,000 star tokens. So technically if you know that you cannot win, like if you cannot win the 1,000 star tokens, if you know that you're not gonna win and get 1,000 star tokens, then this is really good because he will automatically pays you off. The player can decide to keep them, however, repeat it the following year, so like demanding they return his shots the following day. And pay the player off with 75 star tokens, demanding they return his shots the following day. The player can decide to keep them, however, and repeat this the following year without losing friendship points, so you can keep doing that to always receive 350 star tokens. I mean, it's actually pretty good, so you're basically blackmailing him. Which he kinda deserves, by the way, because he has kinda ruined the whole city pretty much. Like it's like really weird. As nobody is selling Smell Lewis, yeah. Yeah, it's really weird because, you know, obviously he kind of wants to sell to the company, you know, and stuff that, because he knows the company would pay well, you know, he wants to sell the entire town and stuff that, like people have figured out, and, you know. Yeah, and he makes a gold statue of himself, and then, like, he doesn't afford to, like, fix the community center, like, merely with this horrible, no, wait, we need to do this. It is a weird what when you have the row below, like why doesn't it go into automatically starting to edit that? W. Garbage man. Here we go. Let's speaking garbage man. Because seriously, like you might be wondering, like, okay, like how the heck does the mine carts bring down? Oh yeah, he doesn't bother fixing the mine carts or making someone fix them, and there's definitely technical people there that could fix it, you know, with what you see, what the different townspeople are good at, you know, and he doesn't let any of them fix it, or they don't maybe know that the minecarts are busted down. The bus breaks down when it reaches Stardew Valley and doesn't get fixed, so, you know, and he has a golden statue of himself, and then, you know, he bangs Marnie and stuff that, and then it's just like, yeah, it's just like, and maybe that's the point, you know, and stuff that, but it just seems very weird, and I often feel that it's more lore-wise appropriate to actually choose the Yoya color out, because then you can get into the desert quicker, because all you need is money for the Yoya color out, and it's basically up to the player to fix the community center, because may lose is, you know, but yeah, I think that's fair. You know, I think most people will probably consider that to be fair. Right. Military guy. Kent. Mr. Military man. He loves fiddlehead risotto and roasted hazelnuts, and likes daffodil, which is pretty good. All universal loves. Of course, yeah. So 3 hearts. Yeah, that's the popcorn things. 3 hearts, crispy bass. 7 hearts, super meal. Oh, crispy bass, that's the magnetism, which is a pretty decent recipe. It's of course decent if you're going into the mine, so that's at 3 hearts, a second event. Which of course triggers first, kinda. A super meal. Super meal is max energy plus 40 and war speed plus 1, but that's only for 3 minutes 30 seconds. So yes, but it restores also 160 energy and 72 health. So, and super meal requires bok choy, cranberries, and artichoke. Those are not always the easiest, so those require you to plant bok choys, cranberries, artichokes. Although some of them are affordable, maybe all of them are affordable even. Super meal may randomly appear in the Volcano Running Shop, Krobus shops on Saturdays, or the Startup Saloon rotating stock. 5 super meal smokers should be found in treasure room in the Skull Cavern. 1 to 2 super meal smokers should be found in supply crates on the beach farm, provided the player has upgraded the farmhouse exactly once. So that's pretty decent. So those are 2 decent foods actually. So both the super meal and the At any time, with friendship level greater than 0, you may receive a gift from Kent. You have cherry bomb, bombs, mega bombs, or battery packs. And the fact that they can provide you with bombs over time is actually very, very good. And battery packs are also very, very useful as well. And the foods aren't bad. So it's actually pretty decent because, you know, like being constantly provided by bombs are like really good, especially with Mega Bomb, because the Mega Bomb is worth quite a bit. Actually, I'll bring him up to top of excellent there. Garbage man. And then of course Robin's husband, which is the Demetrius, yeah. In Soviet Russia, cat burns you. Bean hot pot ice cream, which is like easy to find at like the standard in the summer. Rice pudding and strawberry, like purple mushroom. 3 hearts. That's the fried mushroom recipe, which is the the attack plus 2 the food item. That's really, really good. 6 hearts. Yeah, fruit is plus 50. Chip. And Autumn's Bounty, which is actually very good because it's easy to make during autumn, and it's 1 yam and 1 pumpkin, and it's foraging plus 2 defense plus 2 and 7 minutes 41 seconds, and it's 220 energy as well, and Lewis loves that. So those are actually very decent. And the fact that 3 hearts is the fried mushroom thing is actually very, very good. Yeah, once you total and reach 24,000 gold, that's when he can give you the fruit bats or the mushrooms. And the fruit bats is of course insanely good because once you get your, I think it's the foraging high up enough, then you can make it so that all the forageables becomes iridium quality, and then everything in the fruit bath cave becomes iridium quality, and that's insane. So he has very, very high utility actually with what he provides with that. I will actually rank him above Abigail. Then we have the Cindy, is she called right? Oh, not Sandy. In the desert place. Yeah, so she loves crocus, daffodils, mango, sticky rice, and sweet peas. Sweet peas, of course, is easy to get, and crocus during the winter, daffodil during the spring. So there's always some sort of flower that you can give. And the only friendship event is at 7 hearts, and that's the Tom Kha soup, which is really good. So see what's the recipe. But that's the only thing that she gives you, pretty much. Vi kommer hit bort på andra år på casting bus for 40,000 gold to the UA community development farm. So I mean, how much is that recipe worth then? Because she technically doesn't sell anything, right? It's weird that she isn't like a shopkeeper, that she doesn't sell anything. She runs the store. Yeah, but she does sell stuff, but why doesn't they show the stuff she sells? At any frenzy level greater than 0 frenzy point, you may receive a gift in the mail. Character fruit, coconut och tomka soup. Och sen så receiving one gift in the mail increases friendship level, okay. Why don't they show you what she has in the shop though? That seems weird. Yeah, here's the fixed stock. So she sells cactus seeds, rhubarb seeds, starfruit seed, beet seeds, seasonal plant, wall cactus. Those are the fixed stock, and then the daily stock: coconut, large cottage rug, cactus fruit, wall scones, which are stuff you can place inside your house. They're kind of like lamps, kinda. Omni Geode, Jade Hill Extender, Deluxe Speed Grow, Old World Rug, Honey, Large Green Rug, Quality Retaining Stall, wall scones, ice cream, and large brown couch. The large brown couch is really nice, by the way, so yeah. So those are the things that she sells. All of these are pretty good. Where is the random shirt? And here it says what the things are, because all of these things you can have can be choosing character creation. All of these can be chosen at character creation, right? Most of them at least. Here are some shirts that cannot be do at like character creation. So there are certain things that you have to get that aren't like sleeveless. Oh right, there are sleeveless clothes. Okay. Leatherman jacket, black leather jacket. So there are some things that you cannot. Wow. Decorative armor. So you can actually technically look like you're wearing armor. I actually never knew about the whole stuff that you can make with the tailoring was creating new shirts, pants, skirts, coat, and headset, sewing machine, looking blah blah blah. Tailoring and dyeing are unlocked in the cuts in the day to place off cooking at least one cloth. Why don't I remember never doing this? Because surely I must have gotten this event on the main character. That is weird. Yeah, it's pretty cool because definitely like wearing the armor like suits one of my characters really well. And there seems to be a lot of cool, like if you really want to look special, that's when you want certain things, because there's like a lot seemingly that you can make. And then it says of course what you need also to make it. Wow, bomber jacket. I think sturdy jacket worn by fight pilots. Oh, so that's a military jacket, so you use cherry bomb, bomber, mega bomb, so you can, okay. Orange gi, that's basically Goku's gi from Dragon Ball, and you need vinegar for that. And there are so many cool clothes that I didn't know about, like. And you can use most stuff for like different things, and some of them seems to be a reference to like other games and other stuff. So that is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Or captain's uniform, officer's uniform, ranger uniform. So you can basically like roleplay like certain things if you get. Damn, there's so much though. Magenta shirt. Okay, I need to make my cap for that. Hot pink shirt. Nice. Poi, so I'm guessing that requires you to go to the island, but yeah. Long dress. to go with the things you need, but then you can dye it, of course, as well. So yeah, hats. Then also hat, totem mask, logo cap, wearable dwarf helm, fashion hat. Now, sadly, as far as I know, none of the hats or whatever. Oh, there's the sunglasses in the Sharky. None of the hats can give you like any sort of like buff to it or like armor or whatever, you know. It would have been cool if they would have made like certain pants and certain like things have like special effects. Would have been cool. But I mean, the stuff that's here about quite a lot like this is apparently only the place to make above thieves. Cactus seeds can only be grown indoors. I'm guessing because it's not hot enough. I would say though that on the beach farm they should definitely have made it so that you can make cactus seeds specifically on the beach farm. Just because the beach farm would be quote-unquote hot enough. I mean, it's not a desert, but still you get what I mean, but yeah. So yes, therefore for fall, summer, spring. So I'm guessing you have to make cactus in the place. But then also the fact that chicken provides you with the recipe for the tom kha soup is really good, and the fact that you can get that in the mail along with cactus fruit and coconut, which I've already told how good those stuff is. So yeah, yeah, that looks decent enough. Put him down there. So let's bump him to excellent. Let's bump him up to top of very good there. And then we have this is Evelyn, right? This is Evelyn. This is, why can't I remember her names? One is Yodi, I think this is Yodi. Evelyn, Green Hair Girl. Damn it, I really like that girl if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's Caroline. Yeah, that's what it is. The green hair one. She has very good stuff. If I remember correctly, like the cutscenes are actually pretty good. So her family is Pierre is the husband, Abigail is the daughter, their friends are Yodi. Best gifts of fish taco, green tea, summer spangle and tropical curry. And she likes the daffodil and tea leaves. And then 2 hearts. Enter the sunroom. We had it in Caroline's kitchen between 9 AM and 7 AM. The sunroom is then unlocked and can be visited anytime the house is open. Inside is a tea bush that can be harvested to 10 tea leaves once each day during the last week of any season. The next day Caroline sends a letter in the mail with a tea sapling or a spear attached, so you can make the tea sapling yourself. And I believe you want to get that ASAP in your greenhouse, because the tea stuff is really good. Because if you read about tea leaves, tea leaves goes 10 days, stage tea harvest after harvest. Sale price is 50, and with the tiller it's 155. But then of course you can make the soup, or you can make it into yam or jelly or whatever it is. No, tea leaves can be put into a keg and make green tea, or pickled tea leaves are more profitable. Which is weird. But a green tea, by the way, the green tea is max energy plus 30, which is decent. It's not that much health restore, but it's that for 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And Caroline and Louis loves it. Only Yas and Vincent hates it. So it's liked by mostly everyone. So yeah. And getting access to that is something that's just... I have never been in that building, even though I got in the cutscene. I'm pretty certain I got in the cutscene, but I never remembered about it. Like, there's so many things that are just easy to forget, so yeah. Because it's just very... To obtain tea leaves once each day during the last week of any season. Okay, so it's the end of the week. But why do they say once each day? Yeah, the tea sapling recipe, which is good. And at 3 hearts, it's parsnip soup. 6 hearts, nothing special. 7 hearts, vegetable stew. So both vegetable stew and parsnip soup is pretty good. But just the whole tea stuff is good. And the tea bush is of course what it becomes from the tea sapling. It takes 20 days to grow. And then after harvest it continues to produce every day. It is possible to use tea bushes like permanent fences to help contain farms within the barnyard. You will produce 1 tea leaf each day during the last week, 22nd to 28th, of spring, summer and fall, and winter if indoors. 1 tea bush exists inside the Caroline Sunroom and can also be harvested at the same time as other tea bushes that has the season. An immature tea bush grows at any time, even outdoors, even in winter, without watering the same fruit tree as with fruit trees. Tea fertilizers can be used on tea bushes. Interesting. So it does still grow, but it says like, okay, so it does produce during spring, summer and fall and winter if indoors, but the thing won't disappear then. If you have it outside during the winter, it will just not produce the leaves during the winter, but it will stay up. It won't like disappear because it grows, and even without watering, the same as fruit trees. So tea bush is actually very, very good. Tea bush is worth a lot. Yeah. Actually, let me bump these up here. I'm still gonna bump up Haley because she just has so much good stuff. There we go. Although the tea leaves are great as well. There we go. I think we're gonna put more into excellent here instead. Because I don't want to go too over the top with that, because excellent is still like very, very good and stuff that. Put a few down into very good, because that's still not considered bad, of course. There we go. Because there shouldn't be as many into the fantastic and into the excellent tier. I should probably buff him up though, because of the fact that selling the weapons and stuff, that is really good. Who's left now? Okay, so that's as I say, her name is Yori. And we have Yas left, and we have where is Vincent, and then we have Evelyn left. Is it called that? Yeah, okay. Let's take the old grandpa or George's wife. beet, chocolate cake, diamond, fairy rose, stuffing, tulip. So the stuffing is actually very good because you can get the stuffing recipe from another character and then, yeah. Yeah, there's another one that really likes daffodil. 4 hearts, that's the... In any case, it gives you the cookie recipe. It's delicious, gives you 100 plus friendship. 7 hearts is rice pudding. Cookies are 90 energy, 40 health. This is decent and they're easy to make. Wheat flour, sugar and egg. So they're very easy to make. And then the rice pudding is 115 energy, 51 health. So it's, yeah, and it's easy to make also milk, sugar and rice. And the Demetrius really likes the rice pudding. And who liked cookies? Who wants the cookie? And yeah, the cookie is liked by most characters. It's liked by Harvey, Krobus, Leah, Leo and Willie. And that's weird. Like, why would you dislike cookies? Unless it says that the cookies is with something specific in it, but there should be more variation on cookies, to be honest. I kind of wish them turned cooking into a whole profession though, however, that you could like skill up with cooking and stuff that, and maybe you could like unlock stuff so you could cook earlier, whatever, and maybe cook at the campfire, but then the food aren't as good or something like that. Or maybe have different rarity to foods or something, but yeah. So the recipes are pretty good that you get. And she can send you bread, chocolate cake or cookie. The fact that she can send you chocolate cake though, by the way. And chocolate cake is 150 energy and 67 health. And yeah, it takes otherwise until the Queen of Winter or 14th of Winter year 1 when you get the recipe. And it requires wheat flour, sugar and egg. And chocolate cakes is loved by Abigail, Evelyn and Jody and liked by the majority and disliked by Harvey, Krobus, Leo and Willie. So yeah, a lot of characters love chocolate cake, so that actually makes it very, very powerful, the fact that she can send you. I should have looked at this though. I should have looked at this at any friendship levels, blah blah blah, what they can send you in the mail, because that matters a lot. And bread is neutral on a lot. I'm just checking the other things to see how good the other ones are that you can receive in the mail there. The cookies are of course liked by a lot. So yeah, so it's only the chocolate cake that are loved by specific ones, but yeah. That makes it pretty good actually. Like the fact that chocolate cake is liked by what, 3 people? Was it 3 people? Yeah, Abigail, Evelyn and Jody, so she likes chocolate cake, so the fact that she can give them away. And they sell for 200 gold. You know, stuff like that, but yeah. When do you get the cookout cake, by the way? Foraging level 9. Okay, so 15 wood, 10 fiber, 3 coal. So you could technically get that before you upgrade the house. You can technically get foraging up high enough quickly. Yeah, the cookout kit when placed, you basically place that on a campfire. Next up is Jody. Jody I don't interact with that much if I remember correctly. She loves chocolate cake. Wait. Alright, it did show up, yeah. A crispy bass, diamond, eggplant, parmesan, fried eel, pancakes, pop, and vegetable medley. So if you marry certain of the characters, then it's very easy to give her gifts. Like a lot of the different ones that you could marry could give you these recipes or give you the stuff. Okay, at any friendship hearts, she can send you basic fertilizer, quality fertilizer, or basic retaining soul. That's interesting. I wonder why she specifically can give you those things. Yeah, Caroline is her best friend. That's... Okay, one player wishes to found a letter from Kent. Fried calamari. That's Pierre's favorite food. And it's decent, it sells for a bit. It's not worth that much energy though, but it sells for a bit, so that is decent. 4 hearts. You need to bring a large malt bass for a casserole at 7 PM when you enter the house. This can be done on any day after the order invites you. And now you get the recipe for the ice cream. Which requires milk and sugar. Ice cream is pretty decent though. It's disliked by Emily, Harvey, Krobus, Leo and Willie. But liked by everyone else and is loved by Demetrius. The funny thing though is that all of those recipes that she gives is that this recipe of mine won first place in a cooking competition so she can cook. Then why isn't people saying that she is the queen of sauce? The recipe of mine won first place in a cooking competition. I hope you like it. So those are decent enough, to be honest. Except mostly they are used for gold. At least the first thing isn't super good with only 80 energy restored. Though of course the ice cream is a lot better. But it says for 120 gold and 150 for the fried calamari. So the fried calamari is better in terms of gold. The ice cream is better for energy restoration. So they're okay-ish. Now the fact that you can receive the basic fertilizer and quality fertilizers and basic retaining soil can actually be pretty good. And actually, if you invest in retaining souls, you can like make it so that you don't need to having to rewater. The chance for retaining water is about 33% and stuff like that. And I don't remember how good the quote-unquote higher tier 1s was. But yeah, at the top of good used. Because there's nothing super special with the recipe. The recipes aren't super good. Actually average, top of average. And I closed it down again. Villager. Okay, next up is Yes. We're supposedly good at math from what I say earlier in the game. Pharaoh's pink cake, plum pudding, coconuts and daffodils. So not a lot of choice. Spring onions by removing insects, blah blah blah. Which permanently increases the sale price of spring onions by 5 times. Spring onion mastery. Vincent will explain how to clean spring onions by removing insects. Wow, sell price of spring onions because spring onions can already make a lot of money, and there's a certain thing during the spring to where they're close to where Lia's house is, and you can go there, and down there somewhere further down basically you can find a lot of spring onions, and spring onions are really good. That's actually very powerful, making the sell price times 5. Times 5, that's insane. Friends. Okay. So I mean, if you technically get, if you save up a lot of spring onions then during the first like spring, and then you wait until your friendship is high enough, then you can make a lot of money via that. So that's actually very, very decent because of that. I would say above there. And then last one, Vincent. Cranberry candy, ginger ale, grape, prune cake, snail. But you can get snails, oh yeah, from crab pots, coconut and daffodil. And that's the same event, right? Yeah, so that's the same event. So it's exactly the same. Okay, so there's nothing special, so they don't make them different, they all give the same thing. Okay, so you need to reach with both of them, so both of them should be ranked exactly the same. Okay, so these are basically identical. You have the Count Yas and Vincent at exactly the same rank. But yeah, but receiving that is actually pretty good. So that is the full tier list. So yeah, garbage man lives at the bottom. I mean, that makes sense, right? It's like a W. It's like a W. It's that far up a ladder after the other ones. But yeah, I have not encountered, of course, all the character yet. I did not look, of course, up. As I said, I did not look up everything you receive as friendship mail, because I forgot that every character sends you friendship mail, and there might have been some that sends you better friendship mail. But I didn't want to go like, it looked like weird to have used a fantastic list, but like being still high. Yes, the characters are quote unquote still high, so someone being excellent doesn't make them that much worse. Same thing with someone being very good and stuff that, you know. So yeah, we're gonna save that. Title of tier list, Stardew Valley NPC tier list. Save. No, I did not save it. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Damn it, I screwed up. Okay, what size is that, by the way? Does it say in what size? Okay. Stardew Valley. Is it 1.5? That's the latest patch, I think. 1.5 PC tier list by 24th of March 2022. Boom. Do that, and then we'll put it at the same folder as the actual video. Boom. And then I'm gonna of course resize that. I'm gonna resize this image. I'm gonna make it so that there is another one saved for the thumbnail and stuff like that, so I can use it as thumbnail. The audio looks boom. But yeah, so this is going here. Open the thing. Go into here. Okay. Alright, it does fix it. If I'm going to go 2080. 2080. 2020. Yes, okay, good. And then we save that as it doesn't matter if I save it as PNG, but PNG takes up a lot more space. Start with thumbnail. Thumb. Yes. And that's not even 1 megabyte. Boom. So go now. I have the thumbnail, which is this one. That kind of changed a bit how the text looked though, but yeah. Garbage man. And then it's weird that it does this, however, sometimes it just like scales it up and it moves it for whatever weird reason sometimes. I don't know why this happens sometimes. It's just some weird kind of sizing issue or whatever that happens when you save it sometimes, but yeah. That's actually gonna do it. Just gonna check again so the microphone is just working and stuff that, you know, so yeah. So this working, and it seems to be working still, and it is good. Very, very good. Alright, that's just the one that I moved. Boom. There we go. So that's nice. So this is the actual, what is this? That's the PNG file. That's the PNG file. Okay, so the standard file, it does get saved as a PNG. Okay. And this of course the higher actually that's higher. Well, technically that is a bit higher on the other res, so yeah. But yeah. So that's 11.7 gigs. But that's 3 hours, 30 minutes, and that's gonna be in 4K, so yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this tier list. Yeah, man, I spent so long time just making a tier list. Oh, man. Also, by the way, I believe if you use, there's gonna be one file that I'm gonna do eventually at one point, where I'm gonna use 29, like in parentheses. Like not the normal like parentheses, not the normal like the circular one, the one that it's more like a box, where it looks more like you box in something. And if you use 29, I believe that's the Galaxy hammer that you get. There's apparently ID codes for all the weapons and armor and stuff like that, but a lot of those codes are not known or doesn't get documented for whatever weird reason like that. Because like the items have, of course, item ID codes, so you know. And I can understand like why a lot of people would use certain item codes, but the question is, can you like change the name afterwards of the character? You know, after you get the quote-unquote item you need, you know, stuff like that, I'm guessing. Because at the place where you change your appearance, you can apparently change your name there too. Apparently, but anyway, I hope you all enjoy this tier list. This tier list that we did. Look at this tier list that I just made. But yeah, so fantastic tier, excellent tier, very good tier, average. Have not encountered, don't remember, and garbage man. So I mean, there's only 4 NPCs that I have not encountered. And there's quite a lot of interesting NPCs really. Kirby's is, of course, top tier, which makes sense because his shop is really good. You can get iridium sprinklers early before even encountering iridium, as long as you donate enough stuff to the museum. And here's the thing, like during the winter you're definitely gonna get it. Like I kinda need to remember to keep or to bring with me. I know that I can dig up the worms, but I haven't done it much during the summer or the spring. And the thing is, just if you bring that whole thing with you and you dig up, even during the spring and stuff like that, you're gonna receive a lot of artifacts and a lot of other stuff via it, so yeah. Which is good. But anyway, see you all next time.